Entirely possible that I may have shipped that in a box. So, hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Heavy Cardboard tonight. I am your host, Edward Euler. Happy to be joined by these cast of characters tonight.
James.
Ken.
I don't like either one of them. Just so you know, tonight, yeah, gloves are coming off.
You're pretty salty over there.
I'm bitter after the, when did you ship it off?
Just seemed like it was possible.
Anyway, tonight we are busting out Wendake, designed by Danilo, I think, Sabia, and published by Placentia Games, Renegade Games Studio, Postscriptum, and a handful of others. The one we have is the Placentia Games version. I don't know if there's any difference. It's the one we're playing with. A bunch of folks asked us to play this. I had heard that, hey, this is actually a pretty solid game.
Yep.
Had never played it. I knew the physical box was heavy as all get out.
A lot of stuff in there.
A lot of stuff. And the expansion was in our copy as well. And sorting that was fun. So, yeah, we're going to bust this out 3-player tonight. It's interesting. In the poll question, I asked, how much do you all trust BGG's ratings? Like average rating on a game, the time length, and best number of players, right? Because BGG says best number of players on this bad boy is 4.
Seems unlikely that that's right. We'll check it out. We'll see.
We're hoping 3, because, yeah, we'll talk about it at the end. Anyway, we enjoyed our play, so we thought we'd bring it to y'all. So with that said, hopefully y'all are ready. These guys are. I'm not going to do an entirely full teach on the front end, because honestly, I think it makes sense to kind of the actions themselves, talk about them when we do them. So that's how we're going to do it. All right? So, yeah, here. All right. See y'all. We're leaving now. All right, bye. All right, so what is it y'all are looking at? Well, we have the, I guess the Great Lakes region here. This takes place during the 7 Years' War, historically. And we are 3 tribes out here. So we are in competition, but we are also one with nature in a sense that gathering a bunch of resources and sitting on the resources, theoretically, is not a good idea in this game. So, yeah, keep that in your mind. So, main board here, broken up into a handful of different regions for 3 players. The board scales based on the number of little huts that are in the corners here. So you can see this is the 3-player setup. So we have 1 starting area, 1 starting area, 1 starting area. Your opponents can never go into those other starting areas. Then we have the other areas. Anywhere there is water, that's impassable. But otherwise, past that, this is adjacent to there. This is my home is adjacent to there. My home is adjacent to there. Whereas this area here is adjacent to this one, but not through here. Not that it really matters, but via land there, that's adjacent to that and that. You get the idea, okay? There are different locations out here on the board. The game calls them hunters, women, and then warriors.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, though, we weren't too keen on that, so we're going to call them hunters and gatherers.
Yeah.
Seems a little bit more apropos. Okay. The boats, what lake they are in, does not matter. How many boats out do you have? How many canoes? We each start the game with 1. We have a stack of 5 gatherers and 5 hunters, and then 5 warriors as well out there. Then down below, we have the score tracks. There are 4 score tracks that are identical, except for these, which were randomly put out. This represents what we are scoring for the various 4 different things, which are trade, masks, ritual, and fighting here. Then over here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the advanced action tiles. These are basically tiles that we're going to be gaining that get better than our starting tiles on our board. Then we have the mass ceremony board. This is kind of a mostly just a reference thing. We have the turn track. We have the mask draw pile as well as the discards. The discard can never be empty. If we take the last one, we flip the top up to make a discard. Then we have the rank of hands in mask poker, if you will. So 2 different, a pair of the same masks, 3 different, a set or 3 of a kind, so on and so forth, and how many points they're going to be worth there. Then we have what we're calling turtles. So turtles, they are rank 3, rank 4, rank 5. You're allowed to have 1 of each throughout the course of the game. We have our mask markers here that match the player colors, and then we have our turn order track as well. So that is all of this area. Then at the top, we have 3 different ranks of progress tiles. Wait for it. 1s, 2s, and 3s. Pretty straightforward there. And a cost for each of the progress tiles over there. We have the player order here. Now, the game does come with cute little standees, but these are actually the backs of a couple of progress tiles, and honestly, that's going to show up a whole lot better for y'all, so we're cheating and using that. Then finally, we have our player tableau area here. So everybody has a symmetric 9 tiles, but the only setup aspect of this that is symmetric is the ritual fire is always going to be the first or the middle spot. The location of the other 8 tiles is randomly put out there. We have 4 action markers. These are going to be our representing the actions that we take out here on our space. We have resource holding area. So we have furs, we have fish, and then 3 different, I guess, things we're growing, which would be corn, pumpkins, corn, and pumpkin, beans, and corn. Just couldn't get that right.
Yeah.
Then we have beavers, which turn into beaver pelts. There.
Yep.
We have our longhouse, which these are inactive, or these are pieces that are not on the board, have not made it to our area to start. 4 extra canoes, and then a swap tile that's worth a point at the end of the game if you don't use it, or you can actually go ahead and use it at some point. The last thing that we have is handy dandy little player aid, and then a player aid for what the various actions are. So that's pretty much everything outside the resources that are off screen over there. And our setup card. The game does come with an asymmetric setup as well as asymmetric powers that are available, but honestly, we don't think it makes a huge difference one way or the other, so we're just going to go ahead and play the standard side on that. So with that said, what is it we're trying to do? Well, obviously, score points. How do you score points? Well, you'll notice that there are 4 tracks here. Those score tracks are broken down into 2 sets of pairs, and in fact, I'll go ahead and do this just to kind of stress that that pair is different from that pair. Obviously, it's these. But how this works is as you gain points, you're not actually gaining points. What I mean by that is, as you advance up these various tracks, your score on those pair of tracks is whatever your lowest is. So if it were something like this, I don't have 15 points, I have 5, because the lowest marker of the pair is on the 5 spot.
Yep.
All right? So the theoretical maximum score you can have in this game is 51 points, because if you maxed all of these, that'd be 25 for that set, 25 for that set, and 1 for that. Good luck with that. All right? So, over the course of 7 rounds, we know that because there are 7 rounds there, we will be taking in turn order, so whatever our turn order is here, clockwise or anti-clockwise, as it were, you're going to take 1 action. When you take that 1 action, you are going to move one of your 4 action markers to take the action. What are the actions? Well, first off, any of these 4, you can go and lock up the leftmost available turn order space. So if 2 people have already gone there, you're probably not in a rush in a 3-player game to go third, because you're going to go third. One of your 4 actions will go there. Outside of that, the rest of them are going to be here. When you choose, you're going to take this and place it on any of these 9 tiles that are out there. And then let's say I choose the mask action. I then carry out the mask action. Okay, easy enough. We'll go into detail during the game on how that works. On a second action, I could then say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and secure first there. On my third action, then I go, well, I have two options. You must always take 3 in a row. Okay, so think tic-tac-toe. So it's got to go that way, or possibly diagonal. But if I chose that as my first action, I can no longer go diagonal.
Right.
So my options are any of those 4 actions. So on my second action, I choose to do that, which obviously means my third action must be the ritual fire. Again, we'll go through what these are as we play the game. That's it. But on my turn, if I'm first, I'm going to place one of these 4 markers either somewhere here or out here on the turn order. I do one, then second player, then third player, then first player. Do it until all 4 of us have taken all 4 of our actions.
Yep.
And then we go into a cleanup phase. And then get ready for the next round, play 7 rounds, advance these, whoever has the most points wins. That's really the game in a nutshell.
Yep.
I don't know. I think you gotta at least mention the flipping and the shuffling and the bringing the new, like how it turns over is kind of important.
All right, fine.
Just touch on it.
All right, fine. After you're done, during the cleanup phase of the round.
The restore phase.
Thank you, the restore phase. I apologize. During the restore phase, whatever actions you selected, you are going to move those off there, and then you're going to flip them over to the ritual side. Like so. Done. Now, the ritual action corresponds with the ritual track. So, taking these actions will move you up that ritual track. So,
Yep.
hey, that's how you're going to do that. But the other main thing that's going to happen during the, wait for it, restore phase is you're going to move these down like so to where the bottom row, whether it was selected or not, whether it's ritual or not, is going to come off the track like so.
Yep.
All right. If, let's say, one of these was over on the ritual side because of previous actions you had taken, when it falls off, first thing you're going to do is go like that. Then what we are going to do is we're going to take a look at these advanced action tiles. These advanced action tiles here are going to improve, or let me rephrase that. It's going to replace one of those 3 tiles that is now currently moved off your board.
Yep.
So these 3, I can choose when whoever is in first is going to choose these first. Whoever's second, choose second, so on and so forth. But whatever one you choose, let's say I choose this one for simplicity's sake, I then come over here and I'm going to replace one of these 3. Now you'll notice that it has actions here that aren't pictured. I can replace this with any of these, whether the stuff's pictured or not. Like basically make it an improved of that type of action, or maybe just get rid of an action altogether.
Yeah.
So let's say, I don't need trading. Psh, who needs trading? It'll go like that. This will be removed from the game, but not entirely.
Right.
The tiles you replace, that you replaced, that you remove from the game, if you will, are always available to swap out. So you could swap out one that I had taken out earlier with something that I replaced later on in the game. Rarely will happen, but oh God, I put myself into a box. I desperately need trade. I'm going to replace something, including maybe an upgraded tile as it goes along, and replace it with that. Okay? Then after that, you're going to have somebody else, because let's face it, we don't trust one another. We're going to have somebody else shuffle these, and then we're going to put them out here, always face up, in whatever the random order is out there. Okay? Good?
Yep.
Does that satisfy your need, James?
Yes,
Okay,
that'll do.
excellent. All
That'll
right,
do.
so-
The other stuff we'll just walk through, right?
Yeah, I think
As
so.
we get there.
And I,
Bottom,
you know,
bottom row. Bottom row.
Bottom row? Okay.
Yeah.
Slide
And
back.
I don't care, before you say which was which, I don't care. It's random. I have not looked at this.
Ooh.
I assure you.
Oh, man.
It's a little bit of hand
If
magic
Trey were
going
here,
on.
I do not think that.
Fine. No, you can't make that comment or not. No.
Okay. Pretty sure 3 was in the middle.
Oh, you care about that? I was just going to say hand them
Oh,
to
no.
me. And, okay, and this
think-
is the... I think this is actually how they were.
Pretty sure.
So, because apparently that matters to you.
Yeah,
Okay,
just saying.
I mean, I am on a heck of a win streak.
Somebody was really insistent on a certain order for the mask
right.
for the mask tokens.
The
So-
way things are laid out matters, Edward.
Okay. So the guys are gonna bust my eggs about this. So here, let me ask you: do y'all notice this? You see the order in which those are? You know why?
Matches the
Blue
seating
is
order.
there, red is there, yellow is. Does anybody notice this stuff, or is it just me that's in my head? It's entirely possible. I fully expect it to be just me. But this stuff matters to me. I try and do it right.
If anybody watching the stream does not think that Edward cares about how this tableau looks, you are wrong.
I take it serious.
He takes it seriously.
So be it.
Love
All
it.
right, so randomized turn order. And glory to Rome to both of you.
Okay,
All
love
for
it. Let's
that,
get it started.
For busting on me.
Yes.
So you each get one. Glory to Rome to you. Glory to Rome to you. All right, over under 5.5. Place your. I like to go last.
Yep.
Okay, you can just here. I don't mean to be pedantic,
So
but maybe people want to see that.
fine.
Okay.
So I have the first action.
Oh my
All
gosh,
right, here
we're
we go.
beginning. It started?
We're hitting it.
Wow.
So I'm gonna encourage Edward to take one of his action discs back from over there.
All right, fine. I will. Okay.
And I look over at those tiles, and I see that there are 2 that I like and 4 that I do not particularly want.
So for the advance action, and the order changes immediately for drafting that. So if that matters.
I have an idea about what I want to do over here, and I'm not super worried about you guys getting in my way, so I will go ahead and take the turn order.
Okay.
Wow, that is interesting. There
That was
are some
very
there
aggressive.
that I like too.
Yes.
But now,
Well,
what
you'll get at least
Yeah.
one of the 2 you like
am I now less motivated?
Well, no. Not if he takes it right now.
if you take it right now. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for those scoring at home,
Wow.
the actions don't really have context for you all yet, so I'm not going
Yeah.
to really talk about them. I have not even really looked at these at all. So I'm not going to worry about it right now.
I'm
There
going to
you
do
go.
it. What the hey?
Well, now you really don't.
So
need to
I
go
get
over there.
first action. All right, cool. So one other part of setup was this. I will show y'all. That is my mask. Okay. All right. So there we go. And yeah, whatever. There. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a mask action. Get it out there.
I could. It is an option. So now I'm looking at my board trying to figure out what it is I want to do. Now, obviously, score points. But how do, there's no, the setup is the exact same every game except for where your tiles start and which of the available upgrade progress tiles are out there, and then obviously the randomness of this and the randomness of that deck. But I feel like, and I guess technically the randomness of what turtle tiles will help you, but or what they are, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. So I think I will go ahead and move first. I think. I hate the idea. There's that. There's that. I'm not super keen on the way this kind of shaped out for me in the order in which my actions are. So doing a mask action, maybe not a terrible idea. Let me look at my mask again. You know what? Actually, I am going to go ahead and do that.
All right.
All right. So I obviously don't care. I know I'm going to go third. That's going to be my fourth action because why would I bother doing it otherwise, unless I'm trying to stall or
Right.
something. So the mask action. The mask action says, over here, first off, is I get to draw a card, a mask card, either top deck it, mystery meat, or take the available discard.
Yep.
Okay? So if you take a look over at the mask board, there is one randomly put out, which looks oddly identical to that one.
Yeah.
And because 2 points is better than 1 point, I choose to take the discard one. So I will take this. When I do so, that will flip up.
Yeah. Always has to be at least one discard.
Hey, that
Uh-oh.
looks like that. All right. So then the second part.
It's not good for us.
It's not good.
I like it, of this is I may play any one set
Yeah.
of mask cards down and then score some number of points. Okay, pretty simple. So, what are my options? Well, I have 2 cards. So right now, my option are those 2. And again, hey, I happen to have a pair. So the only things that matter for this aspect of the mask action, or the mask action, is the actual mask.
Yep.
That's it. There is a bottom that has a blanket that either will or will not have a skull.
Will or not give you smallpox, basically.
Right. Yeah, that's because smallpox, when you take the trade action, potentially. Not worried about it at all during this part here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and play my pair right there. I move my marker down here and I immediately bump up 2 on the mask track. So the mask track was randomly put out here as that one. So hey, I've scored exactly 2 points, or 0 points, with the potential to score 2 points.
Woo!
Doing the wave? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. That's me. That's my first action. Ken, you're up.
All right. So I'm always tempted to just lean into the area control stuff in this game. It's probably not, frankly, a great instinct.
I like it.
But
By the way, no one has commented on it. No one has either confirmed nor denied.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just me.
It's just you. It's
I
okay.
know it is. I know it is.
I mean, the first to move gets to break up the semi-symmetry of the map.
Yes,
Like
that
there's a
is
first
true.
mover advantage, I think.
Yeah, because you kind of lay the law, right?
Well,
for
so
the different areas.
one
out
thing
here.
that you're always balancing when you
Encourage
move, right?
people
Like
to flow around you.
once you move, you start having less than ideal balance in here for your ritual scoring.
Yes.
So that's the downside.
But you'll notice nobody has any ritual actions
Right.
yet.
And I don't know about living and dying on the ritual track, but it's, yeah. Anyway, so without thinking about it too much, I'm just gonna move.
I like
You
it.
got to move it. All right, so walk us through first off.
So when you move, you can cross any of the dotted lines. You can't cross the water. And one move is one space. And when you move into a new spot, you can either stand up, in which case you're a guard,
Yep.
or you can lie down, in which case you are reserving a spot. I think it's called an outpost, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And then at any time during your turn, you can replace your warrior with an active hunter or gatherer, farmer from your home tile.
And home meaning here, not from here.
So I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to lie down. And
So that was one of your 3 moves.
Yeah, a hunter. And then I'm going to move over here and lie down and become a gatherer.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to move over here and stay standing up and be a guard.
Right. So a couple more things I want to elaborate on.
Yeah.
Ken has locked those spots down outside of combat of either James or I, more likely me because James is way over
long
here.
trip.
Right. I can kill them potentially. That's the only way I'm going to be able to get rid of those.
Right.
But at any point on his turn, on any turn, he can replace this with whatever it is. So a hunter or gatherer out there, and then this will come back
To
home.
Yep.
Okay, like that. The guard standing up there has to be eliminated first
Yes.
before you can take out any of those. And it's a 1-for-1 piece.
So my thinking is like when you place a guard, you're really just sort of discouraging somebody else from coming in
Yeah.
because there's often a move that will get you what you want with less friction.
Right. So that is 1, 2, 3 movement. Done.
That's it. I'm done.
All right, for me,
For you.
I think the mask is tempting because there's really only one more mask slot available.
Right, with the 2 cards, because there's
Correct.
only,
Right.
you're
I
not gonna
can't
be able
play
to
a
get
pair
free.
and score it.
Right. Oh, yeah. Good call. I didn't mention that. These are worker placement-esque. It's first one there gets it, and that's it. There is a rule breaker available potentially, but as it is.
Right. We'll get there if we get there.
Right.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to take the mask action, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Masking it up.
And given that, whoa.
You go ahead and bust up.
So if he doesn't have this,
Yeah.
he needs to take it so that he guarantees, because there's a chance that that will be a matching pair.
And it keeps it from sitting there for you.
Okay, so
It would have been fine.
okay, bring it up a little bit higher. Bring it next to your board. There you go. Perfect. So you can see on James's play area, he has 2 different masks there. Boom.
Yep.
So, masky mask.
1 point for the
Potential.
mask.
1 point potential for the masks.
Right.
And the other thing, point out, these stay down. So if you have a hand of cards, I've played 2, James has played 2. If we had more as the game goes on, you'll be able to do these possibly again, vacating that spot to move to one of the other untaken spots. But obviously you would need another mask action, and that's where those come from. Okay? Cool. All right, back to me.
Yes.
Well, I would like to move. Alas, I cannot, because mask is not 3 in a row.
Always.
The fire.
There is the ritual
the
fire.
flame.
Okay, so
Sacred fire.
or the sacred fire. Sorry,
Yeah.
if just indulge me. You never have to go in a row. So there, I could go say there for my next action, and then
Yep.
the third one obviously is going to be that, right? The ritual fire says you can do anything other than the direction that you're going to be going in.
Right.
So
you can't-
because I've
it
gone
keeps you
there,
from double dipping, basically.
right. So
Yeah.
if I were to go there, I cannot choose to do that action with that because I'm going to be forced to do it because obviously that.
Right.
Whereas, if I chose that as my first action, I could choose any of them because the world's my oyster, but I just can't choose whatever I chose, and that's
That's
where
why you got the marker there.
that means I could not go that way. I would have to go there, there, or there, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So that said, I've done that. Yeah, I think I will exactly do that. I think that's okay. So I will, and you put your marker on the tile that's going to flip, and
Yep.
then you put your ritual fire marker on the action that the ritual fire is actually doing, okay? So, coming out here on the map, I could, but no, it doesn't make sense, right? So one thing also I should point out is everybody already starts with their farmer farming whatever vegetable is there in their house. So beans, corn, and pumpkin already. And there's 5 of each pieces here. If you need more, hey, they're in your long house and you get them via the ritual action. But, the fact that I'm already getting beans, I'm less incentivized to come out here with them. But I think for action number 1 is going to go corn.
Yep.
Action number 2 will be, let's just kind of spread out a little. There. Do I want to do? No, I do not want to do that. I will go there. I am going to be incredibly boring.
Symmetry.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing. And have a guard there.
I do notice that we all took action that left the 3, even if you guys didn't do that action first, you all took action that left that 3 mover open.
Yeah.
It's a powerful action.
It is.
Just is.
I mean, because you're laying claim to an area that
Yeah.
you need these things to be able to gather resources, hunt or gather or farm, to then be able to do other stuff. Okay.
Yep.
So, all right.
Yep. So it's back to me.
It is back to you.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to do anything super duper exciting. I'm going to go here. So before my action starts, I'm going to replace this outpost with a hunter.
Okay.
And that will enable me to hunt 2 beaver.
And why 2 beavers?
So there's always hunters here in my home that hunt beaver, and there's a hunter here that hunts beaver. So I get 2.
There you go.
2 beaver.
2 beaver.
A couple of things on that. Once they're laying down, they're there like luggage forever until they're replaced by a cardboard piece, first off. Secondly, once these are down, they are there forever unless they are replaced by opponents.
That's right.
So there's that.
And then I get 1 movement after that. And
one more thing. Got to do them top to bottom, right? So show that if you
right.
would.
So so it probably would have been advantageous for me to take this movement first and maybe like go out here.
Right.
Because that would have let me get even 1 more beaver.
Sure.
Right? But the way the tiles work, you have to go from top to bottom as you take your actions.
As you're looking at it. So
Exactly, as I'm looking at it. That's right. So I did that, and now I get one movement, and I'm kind of looking around and thinking.
And to be clear, while Ken's thinking, the farmer could have been replaced as well if you wanted to, but not really worried about it because just the hunting action on that.
Right, and so when we fight, you'll see that there's an advantage actually to having a warrior in the outpost instead of a hunter or gatherer.
Right.
And so I'm not going to turn that into a gatherer until I'm ready to harvest.
Yeah,
That's right.
Sense. Yep.
So, in what might be a short-sighted move, I'm going to go here and be a guard.
Wow. Okay.
Fascinating.
If you say so.
Just want to set myself up to have a chance at some of these spots.
All right. Well, I think I too shall move.
I just want some beans, man. That's all I want is some beans.
All right. 3 moves.
There's beans right there.
Those beans are so far away from me.
They're literally the same distance now that you've moved out.
It's an interesting point. I'll consider it.
Okay, besides, those beans may already be spoken for.
They may. We'll find out.
That's 2. That's a 3.
That's 3.
And
I
also,
want those beans.
canoes are simply like counting things.
Yes.
They have nothing to do with anything in the base game.
We have not played the expansion, and I
have
do wonder whether there might be a little bit more canoe stuff going on in the expansion.
Canoes basically help you get turtle tiles.
Yep.
That's essentially.
And fish. And
And
fish.
fi- and fish.
Importantly,
Fair
and
point,
fish.
yes.
Yeah.
So my third action, again, I could do that, but I'm not. I will go ahead and do the exact same thing that Ken did. I will hunt beaver and then move 1. So my hunting of beaver, step 1, I will do the same. I will replace that. With that, I got 1, a 2 beaver, which makes it 4 beaver. There. And then the movement. What do we want to do? I have corn. I would like pumpkins. Oh.
Yeah, you could turn that guard into a pumpkin farmer.
I could.
Wait, what now?
What could go wrong? This guard.
I could move this guard to here. But I'm leaving all
Pumpkin
of this
outpost.
unprotected. And my pumpkin also unprotected. And
What
that's just...
could go wrong?
James is never going to attack you. I think you're
ever.
you're totally
I'm
safe.
clearly going in this direction.
Yep. As he demonstrated.
And to be honest with you, we started with 2 beavers, a beaver pelt, a fish, and then a veggie of our choice. I started with a pumpkin for a reason, by the way. I have corn, and I'm going to be able to get beans. So
That's why I went this way, actually, because I figured you wouldn't care about the pumpkin.
less so, yeah, and that's actually legitimately fair.
Why didn't you start with beans, is what I'm wondering.
So I think I will go ahead and throw a
Corn is so
guard
far
out
away.
there in the middle. So
Yeah,
done.
fair enough.
I'm intimidated.
Right,
I didn't want to go there.
He's a scary guy.
Yeah.
Okay, my last action has to be to go to the Sacred Fire. It's only a question of what I'm going to do. There's a lot of suspense on this. And I'm going to take perhaps the most exciting action in the game. Canoe.
What?
Canoe.
All right, wait for it. Hold on. Walk folks through this and take your time.
So I can do any of the available actions.
That was sarcasm.
Canoe is a very complex
You
action.
have to choose the lake.
I did have to choose
Just
the
like
lake.
that.
Because he prefers
chose the
different
lake.
fish.
Yeah, I do.
No, literally, it doesn't matter. Just throw it on the board somewhere is
It's-
all that matters.
No, by the end of this game, I will have a canoe in every one of the Great Lakes. Don't worry about
You
it.
hope.
Oh,
You hope.
I will.
Okay.
What's good for the canoe is good for the canoeer.
Oh, stacking up in Lake Michigan, huh? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Hold on, Paul. That outpost should already be a gatherer. What outpost?
It's not the way. So that's interesting. That's not the way we read it at all.
So let's go through this real quick. So for transferring natives. At any time during your turn, except in the middle of an action, you may transfer any outpost you control back to your home and immediately replace it with a hunter or gatherer.
Right. So our read is it makes sense to wait on it as an outpost
Yeah,
until it's
Last-
time to
yeah,
get
just in
food,
time.
basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So I chose to do this. I chose to not do that.
Yeah.
Ergo, I wait.
Yep. I
Okay.
mean, maybe there's some wisdom that's
And
different. But
you do it either before or after an action.
Yeah.
So technically, Ken and I did this right before we took our action, and then we went ahead and took our
yeah,
action.
exactly.
So okay, so that's the way we interpret the rules. So
What are you going to do with your last action?
so I've been giving it some thought.
Think you're going to go third?
Good choice.
All right,
Great play by you.
All right, cool, good, strong play.
Okay.
All right, so now let's go ahead and hit the advance actions. So this happens in turn order. It's almost like I set this up to where you can see the order in which we choose these.
So you guys should flip your tiles, adjust your turn order. Yeah, give them the 1. No,
What?
you're the 1. Oh,
I am.
sorry, keep everything the same.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're done.
We're all
For some
set.
reason, I thought we had toggled it.
Do we do
So
this
okay,
for-
yeah, technically here, this will happen.
I'm just going through the
Cycle action
restore
tiles.
phase here.
Yep. So this flips over, but
So
it's going to flip
here-
back when it falls
Here are
off.
the actions. Adjust turn order. Done, because it stayed the same. Cycle your action tiles. So cycle meaning this.
Flip it if you used it,
Yep.
and then slide them down.
And so any ritual that reaches the end gets flipped back over.
Right.
So, but now we have to kind of wait. Because I got to get a
Well, I guess that makes sense. So now that we have done that,
Yep. So
What
my
do you
thinking
want?
on this is that the mask tile, what's up?
no, I was just helping you. Go ahead.
The mask tile as is pretty underpowered.
Okay, sure. So being able to power it with something.
Yep.
So those two.
And you guys know I love those footsteps.
Foots are so good.
So I'm going to take the Get Fish Mask 2 steps.
Strong
Give
choice.
me 2 steps. Give me
2 steps,
2 steps, mister.
Love it.
Strong
And
choice.
then,
Ask Edward to shuffle for me.
okay, I will do so in a minute.
Yep, but
We will
first,
flip that over so James can see it in the meantime. Wow. Every day.
Harvest.
Every day I'm shuffling. So you threw away your mask tile.
I threw away my mask tile, replace it with.
Okay, here you go. Now, the replacement tiles that we have here, the rituals all look the same. So here, knock yourself out. Put them in whatever order, and it's always going to be at the top. It
I wish
feels
I had
rigged.
chosen differently.
Okay, all right, then I feel better about that. James, what do you got?
I got a tough choice. I feel like I want more mask, and I have a natural upgrade of the Gatherer to a Gatherer mask. So that's feeling strong.
Okay.
But then there's also Gatherer and feet and skinning, pelting. So feet are strong. I really kind of wanted that one.
The one that I took.
Yeah, kind of.
That's why I did what I did.
Yeah,
Kinda
you
like-
had zero chance at that.
True.
You did.
So given that, I could go that way, but I think I'm going to just go the easy way, which is a straight upgrade. So turn this into the mask.
Ah.
So replace that gatherer tile with gatherer mask.
Yes.
Okay. And then
Shuffle,
there.
please.
You got it.
And then I will. And the where these are does not matter. All right.
Left.
Oh.
So gather and hunt.
Middle.
And then
Right.
some turtle tile action. So I'm not getting rid of my 3 movement. I could get rid of that in the 1 movement, potentially, or the straight up trading tile down there. So this is a better version, way better version of trading than move. So I'm leaning towards that one. That way I keep the action and it's just enhanced. There is a 3 movement and then get some turtle tile, which are basically points, and then warrior. Another option is, so what I've come to is I'm going to go with the bottom row. Excuse me. We had mentioned that in a perfect world, be able to do some, or move, then do this something, right?
Yeah.
So you'll notice in the starter tile, it's not that way, but it is like with this one. So that is a inverse, which is the better direction. But this is the gather first, then convert pelts to, or beavers to pelts. But ultimately, I think I go there. Just get a improved trade action.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one.
I approve of that choice.
That just makes sense. So I will get rid of the straight trade there, and then offer this to James. Shuffle up. Then while he's doing that, we're going to restore the masks, meaning take your cards that are played back into your hand, and move our marker back here and there.
Left to right.
Okay. Specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
Order matters.
Oh, so I hear. So there we go. There's our new action set up.
That's a lot of movement up there.
So this here will go there.
A little afraid of that.
His cards are already back. We're good. Refresh the progress tiles. If anybody had taken these, we have not yet. And then advance the year marker. Year 2. Good. Boom, done. Okay. There we go.
All right.
This turn, the order of... There we go. And a mask came out. I was kind of hoping a mask had come out so I'd be able to do double mask, but I digress. Turn order, same as it ever was, because of the order of that. So now, I think things are going to now diverge a bit more. So, Ken, your oyster.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about 2 of those. I could make do with any of 3 of them, actually. So, and I'm behind in the mask game. And so I maybe want to jump on the masks. Plus, I got that brand new. It's burning a hole in my pocket. This brand new this tile. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that action.
All right. So first things first.
First things first. I get a fish for every canoe. I have 2 canoes.
2.
Thus 2 fish. Then mask action.
All right.
I am not particularly interested in our friend that's in the discard pile, so I'm going to take a mystery and hope for the best. Nope. Okay. I have 2 different.
Checks out. Boom, done. And Ken scores a potential point.
There it is.
All right. Face up, please.
Oh, fair enough. Right, because I've played them already.
Fact.
Yep.
And
So, and then I get 2 steps.
Give me
2 steps. So, where will those steps take me? Oh boy, I'd really like some beans.
Meeple con la
How
camicia.
much beans there are?
I know there are beans over there, but it's a little too far.
Says hello, everybody.
It's not.
So hello back. Love this game. With the expansion, gets even better. Cody says, just wanted to say I love you guys. Oh, thanks, Cody. Took me a while to type this, though, because Martin came by and stole my thumbs. Well played.
Well played.
Oh, hey, the expansion's out of print. Good news. We'll be able to stream that soon. All right, good. What do you got?
That was
I'm gonna-
one.
One action here.
Yep, one more movement.
One action here.
Checks out. Boom, done.
All right.
All right, I just want to say, if there is a tile burning a hole in your pocket that you're desperate to get, I don't want to hear that because you had a chance. So you're saying there's a chance.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
On the flip side, I do want to say this.
A lot of good choices.
There's a reason to want to go later, though, because
Sometimes.
okay, let's face it. None of us have these committed to memory.
No.
Okay, let's be clear.
Yep.
But maybe if you did, or like for me, once y'all took them, like the masks, obviously turn order had already been chosen. But I was
Yeah.
kind of hoping we'd see a mask
Sure.
show back up.
Sure.
So going later, if one of these isn't one you want, then
Yeah.
going later, makes sense. So maybe you'll be able to have something you do want.
100%.
Maybe.
I got an interesting choice with the masks. So hopefully everyone remembers what I have.
I do.
Obviously.
And that this would give me three different ones,
difference.
which is 2 points.
Yep.
But if instead I draw blind and end up with a pair, then I get to block Edward from masking, although he doesn't have a mask this round, so that's
so
a little less satisfying.
No hurry.
No rush
No
on the
hurry, no
mask.
worry.
Okay.
Yeah, because not all of us have a second mask tile available to us. Yet.
Right.
Yet.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to do it anyways because that's what I wanted to do. So I'm just going to do it.
All right. You've got to do it.
First, though, I
wrong
get
one.
to gather. So
Yes.
I should send some gathers out. So I will do that. I will replace this outpost with a gather. I will replace this outpost with a gather. My guards will come home. And I will get 2 pumpkins and beans.
Pumpkin, bean. Okay.
Pumpkin.
Well gathered.
Well gathered.
All right. So now that I'm not looking to try to block the pair, I think I'll just keep going for diversity. So I will take this so that I can play
Shazam!
3 different.
What?
I know, right?
Okay.
How about that? Which is this, which is 2 more mask potential, please.
Still, the score is 0 to 0 to 0 because nobody is moving.
I mean,
Better
1 to
do
1 to
some
1 if
trading.
you really want to.
Okay, you got me there.
1
Touche.
to 1 to 1. Your turn.
It is. People are talking about the expansion. You might be able to get it secondhand. The good news is we're probably going to stream it sooner rather than later, so you'll be able to see exactly what you're missing out on. So there's that. Yeah, I've given this no thought again because producer and exhaustion.
Yeah.
What do I want to do? I mean, that's not terrible because that would be. Oh, I would need to do that, and that's why it doesn't work. We could do a lot of moving around. I still would only get 1 and 1, or I could do that first to be able to get that. I think I will. All right, let's do it. So my first action, actually, or no, right there. We are going to trade and then get some movement.
Sorry, this should be down here.
Oh.
I think that's exactly what he's saying. Ooh. All right, so we're going to trade. Trading is arguably the most complex, but
Yeah, it is the most complex.
But it's not complex.
It's not too hard.
So first things first, you'll notice that any of those 5 resources that aren't an actual beaver, all right, you can trade 1 trade per canoe that you have out there.
Yep.
But you run a risk. And by running a risk, what I mean by that is you would flip over the top card and it either has a skull or it doesn't on the blanket, aka you either traded for a blanket that had smallpox or you didn't. So regardless of how many boats you have out there, you can exchange that many things,
Yep.
but you only flip 1 card.
That's right.
So you're taking a risk, but honestly, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to save myself
You
potential.
don't really have a
smallpox.
lot of trading.
I really don't.
Potential, right?
I could change a pumpkin into something. It just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
So step 2 is go ahead and getting a progress tile. Now, we haven't talked about these, so let's do so. The progress tiles have a level 1, level 2, level 3. Yeah. So they are identical except they cost more. It costs a pelt, a fish, and then 1 of the veg. 2 of each, 3 of each, so on and so forth. Pretty straightforward. I only have 1 of each, so therefore I will trade in a pelt, a fish, and a pumpkin.
For which
I have no idea.
progress tile?
So here we go. So the progress tiles have two parts to them. They have the, ooh, this is a cool thing that you get to do thing, which is
Yep.
the big picture. And the second part is at the very top of the tile, which
Scoring
says,
situation.
right, move up your trade 1, 2, or 3 respectively, whether it's a level 1, level 2, level 3, and then move up another track 1, 2, or 3, depending on what it is. This says whatever your furthest track is, which in our case is the mass track, move that one more.
Middle.
That one says move whatever's lowest. If tied, you choose. So that would be any of my others, but obviously I'm only looking into bottom row, so alas, not that one. Then this, move it ritual, move up the picture track. Pretty straightforward, one step. Okay, what are these? Get a pelt or a fish. When you use it, you flip it over. It's a one-time use per year. So this is year 2. I would be able to use this potentially 6 times. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. If it has an icon in the bottom left-hand corner, as the mask one does, says, that says when you take this specific action, this gets it better, whatever that is. This one says, oh, you don't like the order in which it's shown on your tile? Do it in whatever order you want. So, yay. Okay.
Definitely for these brown tiles, that one's handy.
That is really, really handy.
Because the brown tiles tend, I mean, they tend to be improvements, but they tend to have the actions in inefficient order.
Yeah, that's fair.
When we get to the purples, they're a little better.
They are. Which the purples happen after round 3. We'll talk about that more later. This says turn in 1 or 2 fish or pelt, but they must be different, notice.
Yep.
And then score 1 or 2 on any track that you want.
That's handy.
So yeah, that's kind of awesome. And you can do that every round, theoretically. This one says whenever you draw masks, you can draw 2. Discard 1.
Yep.
So double your options.
And 1 from the hand, not from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
2 you
So
drew.
you draw 2 into your hand, and if you had 2 cards, you then discard 1 of the 4 that are in your hand. This one says move up 1 on the ritual track, and or whenever you take the ritual, and then also get a movement. Okay. This one is probably the most complex, but not terribly complex. Whenever you take the warrior action, wherever you have the most guards, or you score normally. This says you can ally with either the French or the British, because 7 Years' War, and those count as a theoretical guard for you for majority stuff.
Yep.
Okay?
I'm liking that choice for you, by the way. I don't know if you want...
Why is that?
You got some guards set up.
You have the ability to fight this turn, and the British look like no one has guards in them. So you potentially could get a big British play this year.
So the British spots are that one, so this one there,
The middle ones, basically.
that one there, and that,
So that one doesn't do you any good, but because you have a guard, but the
so
other
that
two,
would actually be 4,
5.
home.
5. Oh, that would be, that's not really the one I was looking for, but you make it,
Consider it. Consider it.
and that's if I go this way, is what you're
Yes.
saying, right? Because
Yes.
that. But the problem with that is you need a base of 3 things to be able to get turtle tiles when you take that action, which right now I'm not really terribly set up with. That is tempting, but I think I'm going
But
to
you're about to
forego
get
it.
to move,
I am.
which could set you up for turtles.
It very much could, but damn you tempting me.
Yeah, I don't know. It also could just be a sucker's game because getting tons of fighting points does you no good unless you can get the rituals to pair it with. And ritual feels like a harder one to score. So maybe maybe I'm suckering you.
You know what? Actually, you talked me into it.
Damn it.
So, yeah, I will take that tile. So, first things first, I'm going to move up 1 on trade and 1 on the warrior track. So, there, and 1 on trade. Oh! That's it. We can quit now. I've scored a point.
You're on the board.
As opposed to you yahoos have not.
Well done.
Thank you. You know what? I'm going to throw everything off a little bit and do that so we have some room for some tiles. All right. So second thing is I get 2 movement. And I am totally going to run a risk. So here we go. We are going to go 1 here. And because I did not, if I want to turn that into a
Hunter-gatherer.
Thank you.
Outpost.
That costs the movement, but you notice I just did it directly.
Yeah.
You run the risk doing that, but it costs an extra action if you don't do it the first time. But I think that kind of makes sense. Also, when I took that tile, I had to align myself with either the French or the British. And
You're aligning with the
long live
British.
Long live the.
So you
the
turn the
Queen.
guard into an outpost because you already have the support of the British when it comes time.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
All right. So that's my
sense.
2 movements. So 1 from home and then the second one there. And now I'm obviously telegraphing probably what I'm going to do.
Yep.
Now that took a while, but now we're going to be able to power through.
Yep.
Also note, does not refill.
Zoop.
Okay, Ken, you're up.
Okay. Well, I don't think I really need to take the other actions I'm going to take in any order, so I'm going to go ahead and be first in turn order.
James.
I feel I should take a turtle while I can get a turtle. So I'm going to come straight down, get 2 fish for my 2 canoes.
1, 2.
Then claim turtle tiles. I have 3 gatherers.
Okay, so let's walk through this. Do you want to? You are welcome to do so.
Please.
Okay. All right, so we have level 3, level 4, level 5 turtle tiles. Level 3 are going to advance you 1 step on one of the tracks.
Yep.
2 steps on one of the tracks, and 2 steps
on one of 2
on
different
one of
tracks.
2 tracks, and you have the option. That's what
Yep.
the 5s are. We don't know what they are. There's 3 of each because you can only ever have 1 of the same tile, turtle tile, during the game. So in other words, nobody can take 2 gatherer ones. Once you
2
have
gatherer 3s.
Yeah, once you have a 3 gatherer, you can't take another 3 gatherer on this turn or subsequent turns. So how do you do this? Well, all you have to do is look on the board. Do you qualify for hunter, gatherer, or canoe? Well, nobody has more than 2 canoes, so you ain't doing canoes. And you can always take 1 of each tile, theoretically, every time you take this action. But, well, we know you're not taking that. And I don't think you have more than 3 anywhere, but let's see. Gatherer, gatherer, gatherer. That's a 3. There's no others out there.
I have 3 gatherer.
There you go.
Turtle it up.
And then for hunters, does not have at least 3, has 1.
1.
So that's it. Boom, done. That's that action.
Okay.
And then fighting.
Oh, one more thing.
Right.
Also, these tiles only move up tracks at the end of the game. You know what they are, but no one else does.
Yep.
So now we do control of regions, and unfortunately, I only control my home
So that is
because
here
we're
and
cohabitating.
Okay,
We're
so
friends.
That's what's happening.
It's I think the word is confederation.
Okay.
Walk us through that. Explain why that is. So,
Right. So clearly, I have the majority at home because I have
one else
guards.
can go there.
No one else can come in. Although it's worth noting, if you moved your last one
Like
out,
if I were to score right now, I would not score home because I have
right,
0
because you
guards.
don't have any, right? Yeah. exactly. But you do, so there's 1.
Yeah.
there's 1, and then the only other place I have guards, I do not have the majority because I am tied.
So therefore,
1 fighting
One
point.
big point on the fighting.
no, it's 1 potential point.
Oh yeah. You guys are like obsessed with this track. I don't see what the big deal is.
All right, so my turn. To the surprise of exactly 0 people, I am going to go ahead and do this now because I want to make sure that I capitalize and things
sure.
don't
Yeah, yeah.
change, okay?
Things
So,
could change.
1 fish because 1 boat. Not efficient, but that's okay. So done. Then, again, at any point on my turn, except during an action, I will go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3, and make myself a huge target.
Nasty.
So, they will come home. But now, turtle tile. So, gatherer, not
4.
canoe, and, oh, right, 1, 2, 3, 4 gatherers. So I get a level 4, and 2 hunters, no. So that's a level 4. I could take the 3 if I want.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll take the 4 just in case James gets squirrely and takes one of mine. I guess theoretically Ken could as well. But
Fairly likely.
here you go. That I'm going to move up 2 steps on that track at the end of the game. Okay. And then warrior stuff. So warrior, and because I am allied, we are going to flip this over to show that we have
Only
used
once
that.
per year.
Right. But again, to go back to it.
Yeah.
So I have the majority here because allied with the British. Majority here, allied with the British. Allied here because nobody has anybody out, any people, any guards.
Yep.
So that's 3, that's 4, and that's a nickel.
Woof.
So I mean,
Woo!
Woof.
so
Get it.
that is.
That's a whole lot of still 0 points.
Yeah, that is
it.
that is a gorgeous 0. Really? Did I just? I did. Let's try that again. A gorgeous 6 or 5 potential. Well, 6 potential points. Boom, done. That's me. Ken, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna do a ritual. So we'll walk through it. This is I think this is the first ritual.
It is, in fact, in here.
Yeah.
So, for the ritual, go ahead, walk us through it.
So first, I will look at my longhouse and I will take 2 people of any kind, hunters, gatherers, or warriors.
Okay.
In my case, I'm going to take 2 warriors.
And you can mix and match, right?
You can mix and match, correct.
Okay.
And they're going to come over here. And now,
And they always go to your home.
importantly, I
Yes.
need to think about whether I want to bring some other guys back because I'm going to score.
Technically did that before your turn, but yes.
Right. So, because if I do this,
It's an extra point.
it's an extra point. I don't think any more of those will give me more points.
All right. So now the second part of the ritual is...
So now I will look at my home territory, and I will score for whichever has fewest
Right.
numbers. So
On
there
the
are
ritual
5
check.
gatherers, 3 hunters, and 3 warriors. So I will score 3 on the ritual.
Yeah, so regardless of which you chose, it 3
That's
is
right.
3 is 3, right? So that is 3 on the ritual track. And
Yep.
congrats, that is still 0 points.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is what we do here. Heavy cardboard. Full service. Streaming service. All right, James, you're up.
I think it'll be easier if we just keep turn order the same for another year.
Okay.
Not have to move anything around.
Okay.
Might as well do a ritual on your turn.
I might go third. Literally, it's not going to...
It doesn't matter, really.
It really doesn't
matter, yeah.
But I will go ahead and ritual. So, for me, I will take 2 things, right? So I have 4 hunters. I have 2 gatherers. I mean, I'll go ahead and take the 2 gatherers. Yeah. 1, 2. So it's 4 to 4 to 4. That sounds like 4 ritual point. And oh yeah, that is legitimate
Oof.
4 points.
4
right
big
there.
points.
So,
Crushing it.
boom, done. And then here, I'm gonna cheat.
I hate when you do this.
What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, I took a turn out of order.
All right.
Okay.
Back to me.
Yep.
I'm going to take
Official
this
protest lodge.
center.
All right,
Yeah,
good.
it's just a little tiny asterisk. So I am going to
You turn
take,
in all of them, right?
Yep. So every beaver you own becomes a pelt. So I got 4 beavers. I'm
I-
getting 4 pelts.
There's no reason to ever not, like, to want to hold any back
Nope.
anyways.
Beavers don't do anything except become pelts. And as we discussed in our earlier play, they're sustainably sourced pelts. What actually happens is you just shave the beavers down really close to the skin and then
Grows
release
right
them
back.
back.
It
Release,
grows- right, kind
you
of
release them back
like
into the wild.
lambs.
Yep.
And sheep, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so, okay.
Yeah, and then you just glue the fur onto a surface.
It's just, yes.
Yeah. So, and then after I have converted beavers to pelts, I can take one step.
Right.
And so the tempting thing, the really tempting
Sure.
thing,
You sure?
right?
Sure.
Because I mean, as we've discussed already, that I need beans.
I've already gotten the 4. I'm just saying. I've gotten the 4.
That's the tempting thing to do.
Yeah.
It would sort of commit me to moving with my first action next time, though, so I can put a guard back in here.
Right. Or maybe out there.
So,
Or maybe out there.
so what
That's
Ken's
far.
thinking is Ken would like one of these 2 beans,
Yep.
and they're undefended. So he could move this guard in and just come on over and be like, through this. Although,
Yeah.
in a 3-player map, it really doesn't matter because the way it's set up. But and immediately kill, because I have no guard.
Yeah.
And if you want to murder my friendly...
But you know what? I'm not going to.
Okay, all right.
We're in a
low on
confederation.
resources.
We're in a confederation right
You don't
now.
want him to restock.
We're in a confederation. We're all friends.
Oh boy.
And so what I'm going to do instead, even though it appears I have a lot of pelts,
Let me check. Yeah, there's a lot of glue over there. Yeah.
in reality,
They're spoken for.
you can't have enough pelts.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move over here into my confederation area with James, and I'm going to put a guy down as an outpost.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
So,
James.
I'm forced to ritual, and I think I definitely need to bring a gatherer in to maximize my score. And then it doesn't much matter, so I think I'll bring in more warriors,
more warriors is good.
and that'll be 4 ritual.
4 big points.
Blue ritual. Not green. So, hey, that was a point.
Oh yeah,
So, hey, well done.
it's happening.
And, oh, wait, I cheated. Okay, so adjust turn order.
Worse.
Same as it ever was. It did not change. Flip over your tiles. Now, one thing I do want to show, we can all do this collectively, right? So mine's the left row. If it's on the ritual side, it does flip over.
Back over.
Technically, although it really isn't going to matter in my case because it's the bottom row, so it's going to fall off and it would flip over either way.
Yep.
But, so there's that, and then those drop down.
Thank you.
And then any rituals would flip over there. And yes, you can get rid of your ritual fire. Be careful with that, because flexibility
Flexibility is pretty
not,
nice. I did actually get rid of it in our last play.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so I have first go over here. And another tile that I think is not particularly great is the harvest tile.
All by its lonesome.
And there are some pretty good harvest
Upgrades.
possibilities over there.
Yeah.
I think the one I will take, as we're sort of starting to move to the mid game now, is the one that actually lets me score some points. So that's the one. I'll harvest, then military, and then hunt.
Okay.
Yep.
And what one are you replacing?
I'm
Just the
replacing my straight harvest
Okay.
tile. Then if you'll,
Just
if you'll
put
shuffle
that
those for
anywhere.
me.
Sure. And, oh, wait. That is the one that came out. So, trade, we're going to call it warrior and
Yep.
turtle. And then fish. Hey, Alyssa. So, for those wondering, while James takes a minute to decide,
It's going to take a little.
MeepleCon says, so more with the expansion stuff, because we don't have any experience with it at all. The expansion adds a whole new mechanism. You can have one more action pawn that you use for turn order and to take powerful cards. Moreover, you can ally with the French and English, becoming more powerful in battle. You can also betray and go to the other side and get points on one of the tracks based on the level you were before. Also, there's a new resource, rifles, that you can trade with the white people to acquire more powerful cards. And the lakes and canoes get more interesting. When you trade with the whites, you must place one of their ships on a lake or move it if it's already there. Then you can trade if you have the majority of canoes. So, there you go. Follow your heart in the order on that.
So I'm not super happy with my options. And
Okay.
it's mostly because all of these are actions I don't want to get rid of.
Well, I mean, there's mask, so you could do mask, and there's a
Yes.
3 move.
And that's the one I'm leaning towards.
Right, so I mean, if you don't want to lose the action and you want to just replace it, well, those are your probably 2 options then,
Yeah.
right?
It's just, it feels like having 2 3 moves is so much better than 1 3 move.
Oh, so what you're saying is I could forego mask stuff right now and maybe work on just getting a ton of movement on things, right? So I hear.
No, I'm not saying you could do it. In fact.
All right. So I'm curious to see what
If you
comes
would,
out.
sir.
Oh, wow. All right. So for me, to be clear, I'm not getting rid of my ritual fire. I am not going to get rid of my mask.
Left.
And so hunter
Center.
and 1 movement, potentially.
Right.
So I have 2 hunters out here right now. So I probably, this is nice, although it's in the wrong order. I would like to be able to hunt beavers, then turn beavers into pelts, and then do something with them,
Yeah.
right? And that's where that tile comes in real nice,
Yeah.
right? I have a feeling that will be unlikely to make it to me, seeing as I have a while till I'm going to be able to get any progress tile because I don't have a whole lot of stuff here. So I'm not really keen on this tile at all in the current situation. An extra gatherer, that would give me a ton of resources potentially and movement, but I would forego getting any more beavers for right now. But here's the thing, I already have 4 beavers, so losing my hunting right now wouldn't be the end of the world if it's a, early.
Fair.
I could always be able to get a tile that allows me to hunt beavers later on. So leader in the clubhouse, probably right there. Although, that might be even better. It's 1 less movement, but I then can convert my beavers into the pelts that I need. And, oh God, yeah, that is so good for me right now. I just talked myself into it. It's going to be that one. Yeah. And I will get rid of my hunting. So I have no way to acquire more beavers after I get rid of this tile. I could come back and get it, or I'll be able to do so with another one later on, and that's the one that came out.
Yep.
Like that.
Okay. Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So these are my 3. Y'all go with somebody. Mix them up.
All right.
I will say, this mechanism, the way this works,
It's cool.
is awesome. I really dig this.
Yep.
This is really cool. It's a bit
Left to right.
maybe cumbersome, like just from a physical having to flip tiles and slide them and all that.
Yeah.
Also having to wait until you've picked up your new tile and shuffled before
Yeah.
you can even plan what you're going to do next time.
Yeah.
Right,
It's a
true.
lot of having to wait.
There is that. So something to keep in mind. So we take
But
these
definitely
back.
interesting.
Just to go back through, adjust the turn order, we cycled the action tiles, restored the masks, the mask markers are going back, refresh the progress tiles, done, and then advance the year marker. What? Wait a minute. I just realized something. Let me
wrong?
read something.
Refresh progress tiles.
Yeah, you caught that too, right?
Yeah.
It just means if you used it, you flip it back over.
Thank you. That's it. Right. I get to use that again. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not refresh those. Thank you.
Yeah.
I told you, it's been a long week, so
Good.
I am what you would call fatigued.
Well, how much do I care about this?
Again, as a reminder to everybody, there they are.
So, I think the tile I would probably choose
Tell us.
would be the canoe mask take a step tile. Because my canoe's about to pop out. And the
Okay.
canoe is one of those tiles that, man,
Neat.
just
fish. Fish
just
in
didn't that
Just a
great.
little dull on its
Right.
own.
It is.
a little lackluster.
And you know I love those footsteps.
Oh, you gotta have the feet.
So I'm kind of talking myself into going first because I would like that one. Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Huh.
Oh, I will probably regret this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I like it when people say that. Uh-oh.
Oh. we're going straight fire.
Yeah.
Probably for a ritual. That's my guess. Just kidding.
All right. Getting
I
another
get it.
canoe out
I get
there,
it.
huh?
Good old Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Bigger than it looks on the map.
Yeah. That's Jess. So she'd never seen a Great Lake. Like, okay, sorry, like they're freshwater lakes, right?
Yeah, they're huge.
I mean, they're like hundreds of miles.
Yeah.
And used to the ocean, being here in the Boston area, you can't see anything on the far side, but it's an ocean, right? You
Yeah.
expect that.
Right.
But the Great Lake, oh, you can drink the water theoretically because fresh water.
Yep.
Right? So it was, we did it. We just kind of took a little sip, just like, wow. You expect it to be salty just because it's such a massive body of water, but that was cool.
One of the weirdest things about American history is that, like, War of 1812, there were naval battles fought on the Great Lakes. Which is super weird because, like, they're landlocked. It's not like those ships can go just anywhere.
Right.
It always blows my mind.
And it's me, but
Yeah.
also the shipping that's on, like the storms that can come up.
Yeah.
Like, they're lakes, and there can be like 20 and 30-foot seas.
Yeah.
Lakes? Are they seas if it's not as... Anyway, okay. Moving on. Well, I know I'm going to be taking this action.
Yeah.
Right? It's just,
It's a
do
fancy
I want
one.
to take it first is the interesting thing. What I want to do... Oh, wait, I could do it. Oh, yes.
Greed.
Yes. As they say, greed is good. What are we going to do?
Oh,
We're going to go ahead and move some.
give me 3
cards.
steps. Give me 3 steps.
Yep.
Greedy.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we are. Okay, so. So it's going to cost me all 3 movement to do it the way I want to do it. And I already have it. I think so. Oh, this is so... I want that pumpkin. Because it's undefended.
Yep.
As opposed to that pumpkin, which is defended by that.
It's defended by that and that.
Yeah, fair point. So I do want that pumpkin because diversity, but it's going to cost... So I will. So I will go 1. For sure.
So friendly.
But
So I mean, we're all one big confederation. I like it.
2 for sure.
Yeah.
Now, I could lose that pumpkin.
You could.
I very well could. Or I could move that over there and protect the pumpkin.
Defend the pumpkin at any cost.
But then, either way, I'm going to leave a corner of pumpkin undefended.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I could. I'm running a risk here, but I'm looking over at James's tableau currently. They both have pumpkins.
Oh, I got pumpkins.
So I think they're less inclined to mess with me. Right now, at least. So that's 2 movement. And the third thing, and by the way, we can cohabitate friendly-wise, kind of like what's going on here.
Where would we cohabitate friendly-wise?
Here, just me standing up, hanging out.
Helping defend you from bears?
The French.
Yeah,
The
deeply,
French.
deeply curious about why he'd go there, but sure.
Well, fair. And 3, I'm just going to go ahead
Look at that.
and...
A little extra guard. Guard duty.
Yeah, he's just going to hang out right
Just
there
a
for
friend.
right now.
Just a buddy.
I could lay him down for that, but no, I think we're good there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, back to me. You guys took real actions. I'm going to go here. So, I'm going to bring all the friends home. So, there.
So
There.
that's 2.
2 hunters
Yep. Oop. Sorry.
and a gatherer.
Okay.
So I will gather, which gets me a pumpkin and a corn.
Yep. So there and there. Okay.
And then I will do a military action. And so,
Turtle.
turtle, I have 5 hunters.
Oh wow, he does already, doesn't he?
Yeah.
1, 2,
Well
3,
done.
4, 5. So
I'll take the
would
5.
you like it?
The 5 hunter. Yep. I unfortunately don't qualify for either of the other two. Kind of stinks, but what you gonna do?
The Drunken Sailor.
Do
below
we
your
care?
board. Just
Okay,
below. There you
great.
go.
All right.
Everybody has a different spot right now, I realize. But
And then I score for military, and that's 2 for me because I control 2 territories with the most guards.
so not here.
Same.
But home and there.
That's it.
Yep. So 2 military, you are red.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's legitimate 2 points.
On the board.
And then I will use my hunters to hunt beaver, which will get me 5 beaver.
Because he has
boy.
5 hunters out there. That's,
5 beaver.
Oh boy.
All right. That's
Again, we're just
beaver.
using
sustainably.
cages. Bring the beavers back. Feed them some corn. Eventually, the coats get long enough you can shave them.
All right, so I don't feel particularly great about this. And yes, I got greedy and it didn't really work out for me.
How so? Like, what do you mean you got greedy?
Well, I had an opportunity to get 5 gatherers if I went before you. But now that you've gone and shored up and claimed, that ship has sailed.
See what you did there.
But there are ways.
There are.
I don't
Just saying
I
that
don't
there
think
are.
so. Not this turn. Years from now. Sure.
Yes,
True.
that is true.
I
Yeah.
guess.
But I want right here, right now. But I really
Jesus
wanted
Jones.
the 3rd canoe, which is why it was greedy. I could have had
3rd
5
canoe-
gatherers.
3rd
Well,
canoe
I
is
mean,
very
I wanted-
nice.
So I think
Our
what
life-
I'm
you
gonna,
with a third canoe.
is a bunch of choices.
what I'm gonna do is just do some weak sauce, but it'll work. So we're gonna do 1, and we're gonna do 3.
So,
Okay.
so that was 1 there, and then 2, 3 to go and go there. Okay, that seems good.
All right.
And then we'll replace them.
So it looks like 3, 3, 3, but you already have 3.
I already have 3 gatherers.
So
get
hold on,
3
1, 2,
canoes.
3.
Got
1,
it.
2, 3, and 3.
So I will take the 3
Double up.
and the 3. But
And cannot take that even though you qualify for it because you already got it.
right. Are
Yep.
2 3s better than 1 5? Probably not.
Sure.
But
We'll say yes.
that's
Don't
so
for-
kind of you.
don't forget to
my
score.
1 point.
That's right.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for my 1 fighting point. But
It's
hey,
a point. It's a
actual
It
real
is
point.
a legitimate
A real
point. That
point.
is a fact, yes. Okay.
Pointed it up.
All right. Well, I mean, we could double up ritual. Oh, hell.
That could be a
That's
lot of
tempting,
points.
but no, we're just not going to get dumb with this. So we're going to go ahead and go through, gather, and then all that stuff. So we're going to gather all of our veg here, and our veg says it's going to be 1, 2, 3 beans and a corn and a pumpkin, because obviously that seemed good. So 3 beans, a corn, and a pumpkin, please, gents.
Fine.
We are a peaceful group
So, yeah.
of friends.
Could say that was a bonanza.
Yes. Trying to make sure they're all on there and there. All right. So then I get 1 movement.
Don't forget that we're all friends here and we will never fight in this game.
Peaceful coexistence.
You are allowed to look at these, so I need to see what that's not going to flip, is it? It's this one. That's less exciting. I mean, I could go there, but that seems not smart. So I think what I will do is just go there, just as a Just protecting my pumpkin. That's it. I have no interest in messing with you.
Just protecting my... That sounds like a euphemism for something, but
Right,
okay.
but it's not, because 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have no interest in that or that, to be honest with you. So
Okay.
Okay. And then I get to turn all 4 beavers into pelts.
So you do.
And Ken, it is your honor.
All right. Well,
Still, at least I have a fish.
I am somewhat conflicted
Okay.
about... I mean, I know what action I'm going to take, which is to go here and put the secret flame on trade.
Ooh.
So I know I'm doing that, and I know I'm doing some other stuff.
Okay.
For example, I know I'm going to trade 2 pelts for 2 beans.
Ooh, all right.
So we're going to flip over the top card.
Oh, this
of
is
the
exciting!
deck. Here we
Come
go.
on, smallpox!
Whoop. Oh, no smallpox for me.
I am
That's
so
right.
glad you did not get smallpox, like I said. Good job.
And now you may notice that I have the resources necessary to purchase one of the big boys.
Right, so that is 3...
3 pelts, 3 fish,
and then
and
3
3 different
which
vegetables.
you have, so 1 of each, in other words.
Yep. And I am kind of 2 minds. So this is absolutely glorious.
So much feet.
That's a lot of feet.
Whenever you need
So
it.
many feet. On the other hand, this allows me to purchase many, many more
progress tiles. It makes a free progress tile every round.
Yep.
If you want, because it's a 3 less of anything. Could be 3 less pelts, or it could be a pelt, a fish, and to where the bottom row is yours every round, right?
And don't get me wrong, like all of these are amazing. This one lets you flip over a tile once per round.
Right. So flip from ritual to regular side, or the other way around.
This one lets you spend resources to get up to 5 points on essentially your lowest track.
Which is real points.
Keep going.
Yep. This one, whenever you take a mask action, you just get 1 extra mask of any kind.
Yeah, it's as if you're played another mask of whatever it is,
which
that
is
you
amazing.
wanted. Right.
And this one is a better version of Edward's action, which, I mean, I would only be able to do it with the French, but when I take the military action, it's as if every French flag is 2 guards.
Yes.
For me.
And you break ties.
Right. Right.
So it's like the super version of that.
So,
all
but
good.
the only 2 I'd really seriously considered were these 2.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I think, given that I've been able to pick up some footsteps over here, and that I know I'm getting a footstep at the end of this, because I've already sort of decided which tile I'm taking.
So maybe that one. But
I will instead take the 3 discount progress tile.
All right.
So, we care where I put it?
put it by your canoes, just above your canoe.
Right there?
A little lower, a hair lower. There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
So,
So that's going to bump me up.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. Put it below your board. What am I doing? I'm making this hard. Sorry.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room below my board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 1 of each.
Yeah,
I got
1 of
you.
each.
I'm gonna steal
Exactly.
them for over here.
Okay, and these will just go. Oh, here.
Perfect. Done.
You good?
Good.
Okay. And so that will take me up 3 on the trade track.
Yep.
It will also take me up 3 on my lowest track.
All right, so you are red, so 3 on the trade track, and then now lowest is obviously going to be mass, so it must be 3 on that, and that is 2 real points.
There it is.
There we go. Okay. So is all this making sense? You all enjoying this?
solid turn.
And then finally, I could trade
For more
1 to
points.
5 different things for 1 to 5 trade track points.
Yep.
But I think by taking this tile,
Yeah.
I've basically paid in to the take a trade action a whole bunch game. So I will hold off on doing that because I should be taking. I don't need trade action points. I'm gonna probably have a lot of those at the end of the game. So I'm good.
So honestly, I think we've hit every action now, so now we can bust it.
Love it.
Here we go. Okay.
All right, I think for me, my action is forced unless I want to take turn order.
Right.
But,
Do you want second or mask? Right.
you know, it just so happens that that is the one I'm missing. So it seems hard to say no to 1 of each for 4 points.
4 big
wow.
mask points.
Nice. So right there, that'll be 4 masks.
I mean, one day when you trade, that'll be 4 points.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, if you ever
Someday I'll trade.
all right, well done.
We'll see.
So I could do masks.
Yep.
I'm not super rushed for it.
Yep.
Given what I see.
Yeah.
So I might as well go second.
Agreed. I think that's the right play.
But it's been such a good turn order.
Yeah.
Mess with a good thing.
Good things change. Go ahead.
All right, so I don't really have a choice here. I'll take this action. I'm going to get 2 fish for 2 canoes. And then I will do the old turtles and military again. And I'll take a 4.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll take a 4 warrior, hunter.
And
Okay.
okay.
And then I'll score 2 points on the military track.
Yep. Because majorities, right?
Yep.
Okay.
If I had taken that 3 steps, oh, what a glorious move that could have been.
Yeah.
Right?
Steps are always the answer.
It's a trade for a trade for a trade. What are you
All
going
right,
to do?
James, what are you going to do for you?
I think I'll go last next turn. How about that?
First in our hearts. And for me, we're going to mask it up so we remember that we have that. That doesn't look like that, so we will go there. And we will look there. Okay, so how do we want to do it? Tempting. But I think I will just go ahead and play that for the 2 mask.
All right.
There we go. And this stays in my hand, but that's the last action of the round. So
Yes, indeed.
everybody can pull that back and do your stuff. So here, James. Thank you, sir.
Bump.
Yep.
I'm going to have a lot of rituals on my board.
Yeah, that's the problem with doing the top row is they stick there for
Sure
a
do.
while.
Forever, what feels like.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and fast forward the turn order so we don't forget it. A couple of things are going to happen when we do that, but
Yeah.
there you go.
So,
yeah.
last chance to take brown tiles. I'm going to take the tile that is canoe mask step.
Okay.
And then
Now,
if you'll kindly shuffle, somebody kindly shuffle for me.
go ahead since I'm next, Seer.
Okay.
Go ahead, James.
Oops. Well, that was exactly what I didn't want to do. I get these.
All right, so for yours truly, clearly I'm heavy in the canoe game, as you can see. The trading, so these are kind of tied together, but being able to do that now would be pretty great. So I really don't know which action. Getting more
Left to
resources
right.
is always great. So this would actually be, that would replace my canoe.
Left to right?
Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want this, even though it has the mask. That is a dead action to me. This just feels better than that one for me currently. 2 movement, don't get me wrong, I hear you. But I'm leaning towards this. The other option is a trade, and then turtle, and then meh. No, I think we're going to go there. I think that makes the most sense for me. And then James's option is that. And I will go and GNU out of here.
Well, I have a canoe to give. That's a straight upgrade. I know that I need to trade because I haven't, and that's my lowest score. So that is certainly,
I mean, it's a good tile for you, right?
yeah,
I mean,
it
given the
seems like
situation.
Oh,
a
you're right.
real,
No.
seems like a real solid.
Left.
Seems like a real solid. So, yeah, definitely going to trade. But my trade is up. So the alternative is upgrading the boat to get the thing to do the more thing. So that it's one of these two, yeah. Do I want to get an extra canoe? Because I'm unlikely to want to trade twice, right? You sort of want to just spend everything. So having 2 trade actions,
The other downside, though, I will say, having 2 canoes, you only have 2 canoes left. So, like, one of them's dead at that point, right? Because
Yeah.
once they're out here, they stay out there forever.
that is also true.
I figure you pointed this out to me. I thought I would be a kind soul and do similar.
Oh, thanks.
Right. Wow. All right, I'll do the canoe trade. I'll just do the street,
Okay. So you see these tiles? These go away now.
if you would, sir.
You got
They
it.
are gone forever. Why? Because we got the big ones. So once we cross the
Left
third
right.
round here, it says to put out the purple ones. That's what that indicator is. So we will put out 6 there. And these tend to just be better. Oh man, a mask 3 move and trade. That seems not terrible. Get hunt, turn them into pelts, and then mask. Mask 3 move and then
Hey, they're all pretty good, right?
yeah. I don't think there's a bad option there. All right, so we have advanced. I did not use that. That's okay. Ken, you're up.
Yeah.
And we're going clockwise now.
Are mask 3 steps and trade. That's pretty great. Mask 3 steps and trade. It would also allow me to punt on figuring out what to do with this disgusting mess of a board.
Mine looks vaguely similar, so I feel you.
Yeah.
You could just ritual 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Oh, wait. I'm looking at the tiles. I don't think I mind going third. Looking at what's out there, so I think I'll focus on my board instead.
Yeah?
And I don't know what I want to do. I would like to not do that one. And I would like to do those 2 in a perfect world, right?
Makes sense.
I want to desperately trade, and I cannot trade. 2. You know what? Let's go ahead and move. I think that... Yeah. We're going to go ahead and get 3 movement. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm saying it's what we're doing. So we're going to go 1 to protect. That's the important one.
Mm-hmm.
I will go 2 there.
Yep.
And then for the third one, I suppose I could knock that out, and he would just lay down, and because he doesn't have anything. But no, I will honor that we are a peaceful tribe.
Wow. This is
You could walk him over there.
completely different
Than
than
our last game.
our last
Yeah.
play.
You know what? I think I will just come here and walk him to there because that's basically right here to be able to
Okay.
work our way over there right now. But that's
right.
it. That's my 3 move. I feel all right about that. Done. There we go. I like that. What you thinking, James?
So many things. Definitely going to trade this turn and just trying to think through the sequence of what sets me up for the best trade. And I think it is this, which is pelting my beavers sustainably.
Yep.
The stones just pelting them.
Yep.
And then 1 movement, which feels like I have these 2. I am foolish not to give them a little bit of difference.
Here, we'll go ahead and just kind of hang out.
Friends.
So,
Sure.
Frenzies.
All right.
We
I
can
want to point
put the
out
cards out there.
the British mean that he still gets to control that
I
territory.
do still control that.
Don't like it.
But I have to trade to do it? Oh, that's there. Or warrior, it's right there, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do
Okay.
big.
So I am also going to trade.
All right.
So I'm not, in this case, going to risk smallpox, and I don't really have a lot of stuff to trade with here.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 fish and a pumpkin.
That's 3. Minus 3. Sounds like it's
Gonna
up
let
row,
me-
right?
No, any
it's
level
6,
here.
you're right,
It's
'cause-
6.
3, 6, and 9,
Yep.
respectively.
And so this is a slightly worse version of the one I wanted to take last time.
I'm
gonna go ahead
real
and-
quick. This is slightly worse than that.
Yep.
This is any cards you played, you can take them down whenever you take, or put
You
them
pick it
in
back
your
up
hand.
whenever you take.
This is whenever you would replace it a outpost with a hunter or gatherer.
Yep.
Instead of them coming back home, they just
Stand up and become a guard. Yep.
Kind of nice.
And this is a stronger version. No.
Well, so what
nope,
happens
That's not.
when
You're
when
right.
you take a ritual action,
Thank you.
instead of getting the least, you get the most.
Yes. And then this one is swap 1 track
Point.
point
Once
with
per year.
another. Right.
Yeah.
So in other words, I could drop this down to 3 and that to 2, or drop that
Yep.
to 3, move that to 5. Right? You get the idea.
So I've already used this,
Yep.
and now I'm going to go ahead and use this.
And move it.
Yep. And I'm going to go a retro and a retro.
Okay. Cool. That seems good. I think I'll do it. But if I do a moment. So I had the idea to be able to just grab the 1 fish here, there, and then be able to get a 5 and a 3. But that means I don't harvest again. I think I can forego that because I have my guards out now. So I think actually I will go ahead and do this now, so I get a whopping 1 fish, because we are a land tribe. Apparently, not much by way of canoes and fishing. And then here we have.
Oh, sorry. Did I get
You did not. Hold on.
2 on the
Good.
trade track and 2 on the military track, please?
You are red.
Yep.
1, 2, and then that is 2 on the military. You are
Yep.
red. 1 and 2. Good call.
Thanks.
All right, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1, 2, and that's going to be a 3rd.
Yep.
So a 5 gatherer, 3 hunter.
Sounds right.
There and there. And if y'all will look down for a moment, it is that. And this is on either one of those 2 tracks. And that is
Yep.
on that track. Okay. Okay.
Done?
User.
All right. I'm going to boat trade. So, continuing my domination.
Of Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
That'd be 4.
And trade. And I can do a level 3.
You want a smallpox it?
So you can.
I do not need to.
Well, I didn't ask if you needed to. I said, do you want to?
So we'll do the 3
Okay.
plus the 3
And then 1 of each.
plus the 3 to get the 3. Which gets me 3 trade points, please.
Okay. So, 3 trade. You're
And
blue.
3 fighting.
And 5. Not 5 for fighting, but 3. 1, 2, and 3. There we go.
Getting a little more balanced.
Yep.
That was an
Balance.
important action for
Is it
me.
back to me?
It is, sir.
All right. Well, you never know when somebody's going to come and kill your hunters. So since I know I'm taking that action this turn, I might as well go ahead and do it. You're gonna
Take your 5 pelts. Or, sorry, 5 beavers.
I wish I
Right.
could take 5 pelts. At some point, I will definitely do that. But
And your Uno move.
Oh my.
so many
Drive safe,
beavers.
Paul.
That is an
Thanks.
army of beavers.
It's a lot of beavers.
Yeah.
And then take 1 step. Gosh darn it.
And here, while you're thinking about it, like, this is,
You know what?
that's a lot of pets.
I'm just gonna risk it. I'm just gonna risk it, and I'm
Put your
gonna
5 back and not do
go in reverse and do a ritual first instead.
All right.
I'm going to take 2 hunters, put them out, and then I'll score 3 points.
Yep.
On the ritual track.
3 on the ritual. 1, 2, and 3. That looks pretty balanced, I'd say.
Working on it.
Okay. So back to me. So I could go ahead and ritual, which would be also 3. But let's do that instead. Just because I said I don't mind going third doesn't mean I want
You're
to
not
go
excited about going third, exactly. There's always, although it's so tricky. Like you never know what that next flip is. Sometimes that's the one.
It
that's
could
the
be,
best
right?
one,
Yeah, it could be awesome for your personal situation.
Yep.
All right.
James?
I'm gonna be harvesting fish. So that's 4 fish, 4 boats, 4 fish. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna use my 3 movement.
Okay.
Gonna use my 3 movement.
And hold on, you did your 3 I just want to double check.
Oh, we all did the stupid thing where we have 3 rituals in the middle this time, huh? Yeah.
I would like to remind you,
Yes, for a mere point.
you can swap out a tile that is out of play.
Yes. If you don't mind spending what
80
is
points.
probably
So all the
3%,
spots
4% of your final
are
score?
claimed around me. So I think I need to bump somebody.
So 3 movement.
What does that mean?
Go ahead. Okay.
Well, I have 3 hunters and 3 gatherers, but I've already claimed that turtle. So I need to get to 4.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
need.
this is this is how justifications for war always sound.
Yep.
We need.
I need. And so in some sense, I could bounce your guard and take either,
You could.
or I could bounce your guard and take either.
Yeah. But one of us scores a whole bunch of extra points when they do military, and one of us does not.
I would also like to point out that I could have. I could have taken them.
Yeah.
And I could have taken them. And I chose not to.
That's very true. And
So that could be dumb.
somebody telegraphed that they're going beaver hunting. So reducing their hunter count is kind of a thing
That's
that,
so rude.
that might,
How many
Makes sense.
move steps do you have?
that would be 3.
Oh, you just took that?
I just took it, and here it comes.
Oh, gross.
So I think move 1 is a little high 5 action.
So they neutralize each other.
This is not the way, James.
So they both.
Violence is never the answer.
And these go back to the longhouse.
They're injured, in
Yes.
theory,
All right.
yeah.
So that is 1 movement.
Okay.
And then I feel like 2, 3 might
Wow.
just be the obvious follow-up
That is
to that. I know.
That is-
I feel bad. But
He's over it.
the advantage is I can send my hunters out.
that's the advantage.
Yeah, because I got turtle coming up right now. So I'll go ahead and take 4 canoes and 5 hunters, right? 1, 2, 3, 4,
And-
5.
Just to make sure, because I'm tired today. Hold on. No.
I meant
he
a
means
turtle.
Turtle. Can he flip that progress tile in between these? I guess technically you could have
did it
done it before
before.
taking the fish.
Yeah.
So fair point. So it doesn't. It's a cow's opinion. It's
Yeah.
So a 4 and a 5.
that was dirty, Ken. And
Vicious and
I would
unprovoked.
not.
And
Unprovoked.
Yeah.
now I will get 2 points because I actually control a second territory, right?
1, 2.
This is a tie, but now I have another
Also,
point there.
we misspoke. This is not from out of play. This is swapping location.
Yeah.
Tiles.
Yeah, that's
So
correct.
my bad.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I did not like that.
Yeah. So I have no choice.
But that was done with
I think it's
utmost
technically my turn, but it doesn't really matter.
friendship and balance.
Go ahead. Sorry. It is.
Yeah.
I'm used to going last. I apologize.
Well, now I only get 3 beavers.
Wow. I would not stand for that.
What? What? You were out of balance. I was bringing you into balance. That's
know.
all. This game is about balance.
I don't know what balance. I don't know what. I hear you saying words. I don't know if you feel like you that those words, I don't know. I don't think those words mean what you think they mean.
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
So I took
had
the 3
an
pellets. I get
opportunity to
one.
cheat and I didn't take
I
it.
get 1 movement,
You did.
and I will move into here.
Because I play properly.
Properly.
I run the show.
Properly.
My rules.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
All right, so
Ritual.
I can move 2 out, and let's go ahead and bring them out. The least that I have is 3, so that'll be 3 on the old ritual track. Oh, by the way, I forgot something. 1, 2, and 3. When I did this action, I should have gotten the warrior points, and I forgot,
Okay.
obviously. So it
Yes.
changed nothing
Sure.
here. So the warrior is I control this cuz
Yep.
the British. So 1, I no longer control this one.
Correct.
You did not just do that.
No.
So that is 1, that is 2, that is 3, that is 4.
Yep.
Yep.
Checks out.
So 4 to 10. There we
Looks
go.
good.
Okay. That's
I need a minute to think.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, if you just
give him space.
Yeah, gotta see what my.
Okay.
All right, I'm good now.
All right.
Oh, there it is. Well
Strong-
done.
strong
Well
play.
played.
Yep.
Well played.
Yep.
All right.
Felt
So
a little forced, but I think it's a good play.
turn order stays the same.
Bloop. Bloop.
Hold
Then-
on. Shoot. I did the right edge. All right.
As advertised, I will take mask 3 steps trade.
A moment there, and then technically these flip back over. You took, oh yeah, the top left one. Okay. So that's what just came out. 3 steps, and then basically hunt and turn.
and pelt in the correct order.
Right.
Oh my.
Oh, you're next. Maybe
I am.
James could do it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my.
What?
Oh, looking at James's board.
That's not what I thought was going to happen.
The good news is you have plenty of stuff in your longhouse, and frankly, you're
Maybe more.
You're probably gonna have more.
If I just wait in the turn order a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Dang.
here are what I have there. So I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. I think I can get rid of the beavers to pelt one and the 1 movement potentially. So that one. Wow. I do have 3 hunters to be able to grab. I definitely need a trade, I think, which I have access to a trade this round if I want it. But having a second trade would be awfully good, as would... I already have 3 harvests. I don't need another harvest. The turtle...
Can you remind me?
warrior-
Are we allowed to look at these?
Yes.
Okay.
Your tiles, you
Yep.
can.
Because of this, among other things.
Right.
Mask would be nice, because I feel like I'm falling behind on the mask. Well, I'm really not, though, am I?
No.
No, you keep banking that pay.
I honestly think
It's
I
just
want a
enough.
second trade. And if you notice, there's a distinct lack of trade anywhere but there. And harvesting with the trade, given my current situation, not terrible.
Legit good.
But I have no way of getting pelts right now, or getting beavers. I do have a way of getting pelts. So in a perfect world, I would like this and trade.
Gather all the things.
Yeah. But am I gonna trade more than once per round? And that's going to the top row. And I lose 2 movement by it, and but that harvest is so... I already have 3 harvests. No to that. Dang it. Having a second mask is awfully good. There or there. But I'm losing the movement if I go All right, that one done. Not saying it's the right call, but it's the call I'm making. 2 canoes, which I'm sure James is excited about. 2 movement and some turtle and warrior. And for me, interestingly, do I leave the 3? I think I do. I think I get rid of the converting. I am really thin on beaver pelts right now, but I'm willing to risk it.
Okay.
All right, so James, you have a solitary trade up there.
Yeah, the straight upgrade
There you go.
to move and get pelts for my starter hunter feels like a strong move, because at least for the moment, I have some hunters out there, but that's probably not going to last. But the other thing I'm wondering is I have a good mask hand. And so if I could get a second mask action and potentially the pickup, I could get some serious mask points. But this game doesn't really reward you for going deep
mask.
where you're good.
Right.
It's about the balance,
Yep.
which means I really have to be trading. And so I think the mask is a distraction from trading, where going straight to pelts helps me trade. So I'm feeling like the straight upgrade of Hunter is
And
right
we
move for
have...
me.
Oh, that is a glorious tile for me. Not gonna lie.
Which one is it?
Love this. Get beavers, mask, and then trade.
Mask and trade together is nice.
Like that is pretty awesome. So turn or the round. Restore mask, cycle the action tiles, refresh
go.
the progress tiles, flip these back up.
Yep.
And Ken, you're up.
Okay. So I got to get more canoes. Let's go ahead and start making that happen.
All right, so canoe, mask, and 1 movement.
I'm going to go ahead and get over into Lake Erie.
Yes.
And then mask. I will take this friend here. Then I'll play a pair.
That'll be 2 mask points for red.
Yep. And then I get 1 step. 1 step. 1 step. Well, I'll go here.
Done.
And I'll go ahead and
Yeah, I figure I'd take all the suspense out. That's
Yeah.
too good a tile. And I'm just going to go ahead and, like, don't look at anything else.
Don't worry
Edward.
about that one.
Don't worry about that. I'm just trying to speed the stream along.
appreciate it.
All right?
Appreciate it. Like it.
So,
I don't even. Can I? Are we allowed to look at
yeah,
these?
you can look.
Yeah.
Because, like this, you can flip a tile over. So you can always look at what's
Yeah.
coming. Like, theoretically, one of these has got to be my damn fire.
Right.
Right? I mean, I haven't seen that thing in generations. So,
All right, for me, it's fairly forced to hunt while my hunting is good.
okay.
But that begins with 3 movement.
Which
Okay.
you can hunt more, potentially.
I don't know about that, but I think for sure we want to make sure we understand that
Why?
the territory has changed
Why?
hands. The territory has changed
What does that
hands.
mean? Changed hands.
It's just changed hands.
Wow. So that's 2 movement.
And I think that's 3 movement.
I don't like that because I just lost the warrior point in both of those spots now.
Just won't. Oh, right. Yeah.
because I don't have the alliance here. So
And then.
Then
Get
I
some
would get
beavers?
5 beavers, but then the 5 beavers
1,
become
2,
5
3,
pelts.
4, 5. Yep. So straight up.
There you go.
All right.
Senseless violence.
On the beavers, yeah.
Oh boy. So I'm looking at my board. I really want to trade this turn, and if I trade, that means it's this tile. But then I have options, right? I get a harvest, and then ritual, maybe. I could go this way, but I have no beavers to turn into pelts, so that seems not ideal going that way. I could go that way, which mask, movement. I mean, that'd give me a ton of movement with these. That would give me 8 movement over the course of my turn. Could always get another boat out. That would, I mean, that seems not terrible. But I got the turn order, which was the important thing for me. The problem with going across here is I don't harvest. That's the really frustrating bit of this. And the harvesting with movement is great. I don't know. Do I need to trade? I could get a level 2 trade, which I don't know. The mask seems important now to do it, if I'm going to, but the trade's got to happen. Mask and movement, if I don't harvest, I think maybe. They're brutal. So, you know what? I'll do the thing I know I need to do.
Yeah.
There. I'll trade first.
Okay.
And then, let's see.
You can do a trade for up to 1 item, then it give you a level 3.
So I could get a level 3.
Trade for a fish, yep. With spend a bean or a pelt.
And, to be clear, what happens if you get smallpox? If you get smallpox, one thing dies out here,
Yep,
right?
one of your pieces of cardboard or wood just returns
just goes
to your
back to your longhouse,
Yep.
right? So, I mean, it's not punitive.
No,
It doesn't-
It's a minor.
great.
It's a minor penalty. It's not a big, not a
Right.
game changer, really.
So the question is, do I want one of those level 3 tiles? And man, that's nice. But then having 2 of those, less great. But I think that one looks real good to me. That level 3, being able to flip one.
Yep.
So I think we will go ahead and trade first.
Yep.
So, or here. So I am trading a bean
For a fish.
for a fish.
Okay. Smallpox.
I do have smallpox.
Okay.
So, but it is still successful.
You got a fish over there?
I do.
Okay.
So there's that. I will figure that out in a minute when it's not my turn. How's that?
Yep.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 1, 1. And I will take that tile up there, and that tile says 3 for trade, and then my lowest one.
That's right. 3 lowest. And your
So
lowest.
3 for trade happens first. So 1, 2, 3.
Whenever you're tied, you get to choose.
Right, and you know what? I'm kind of lagging behind on masks, and I think I'm going to be able to do some trading for progress stuff. So I'll go 1, 2, 3 there. All right, and then I could trade some resources in different ones. I think I'll turn a bean. Yeah, I'll turn 1 bean in for 1 trading point for that. That seems good. Done. And now that I've done that, what is this one? It is crap. Okay, so all right.
Okay.
What is that fire? Oh God.
Me?
I think it's me. Oh.
Right? How many actions?
Well, everybody's taken 1. You've taken 2. How? What happened there?
Did I miss?
Interesting.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm screwing up.
Pretty sure.
I
it's-
did that, so technically this hasn't happened yet if you
Okay.
change anything.
Take his towel. Take his towel.
I'm going to take turn order.
Oh.
Okay, so now I have taken my second turn. It's yours. Sorry about that.
So,
Probably
As
ritual. Probably ritual. Right? No.
as ridiculous as it is, I'm going to just close out my whole board.
Okay.
I'm eating corn here, right?
Wow.
Just boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right? I mean, harvest, trade.
Yeah,
Like this is
sure. It's not
this is
bad.
what you do.
It's not bad.
Harvest and trade. But
But
I have some feet to
You
use.
do.
But all my dudes are in pretty good places.
yeah,
But I'm about to gather. So if I burn the house down, I could go get another gather.
yeah. Love it.
You could. So flip your tile.
And I could, I gotta talk it out.
Okay, all right.
And it's probably
yeah.
better if I go get the corn, because diversity
Right.
saves me from having the smallpox. Did you take your
Oh,
smallpox?
I did not. So
Oh,
a moment,
yeah.
yeah.
You could,
mean-
you could save him some time. Just take that one off the board.
I could, but that's probably not going to happen.
Probably not the right way.
I think actually I will take the hunter.
I think that's
And
it.
There we go. Done. But he's not dead. He's just sick.
Just sick.
Just sick.
So
I can, yes, doctor. Don't worry. That's happening.
it feels
This feels good.
bad.
Not gonna lie, this feels good.
So
This
that's
feels
one,
good.
2, 3. That just feels bad.
What
But,
feels bad?
You know, it's about the balance. Everybody's going to die. All right. So move 1, we'll play high five.
Okay, hi, and these go back.
I go to the house.
Yep, that's one.
Move 2,
Moment of silence. I lost my corn. She goes back.
move 3,
Easy there, killer.
keep the balance.
Okay.
Free teleport. And take my gather action.
Okay.
So that is corn, 2 pumpkin, bean.
corn, pumpkin,
Home.
pumpkin, bean. Checks out. Yep. And then could I interest you in some math?
Oh, for sure. For sureness. For sureness. Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, maybe. We're not there yet. But yeah, I think we don't want the poxy. We don't want that poxy. So we're just going to go blind. See what happens.
Got so many cards over there.
He does. I have 3. You have
3.
3. Yeah.
And it seems like 4 for 4 remains the best.
4 different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would it be if you would give me 4
4
masks,
masks.
please?
4 blue. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Done. That is 3. Done.
1.
Well, the pelts have grown nicely, so we're gonna go ahead and shave the pelts off.
That's a lot of pelts.
4, 5. That looks like 8 pelts.
A lot of beavers.
Whoopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Or could do it that way too.
Could do.
So yeah.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Okay.
And then I get 1 step. 1 step anywhere I want. Yeah, let's go over here. We'll just go ahead and kill that guy.
Wait, what? But
What?
what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But
Checks out.
What?
what? Wow.
Yeah.
It's uncalled for.
Was it? I think it was extravagantly called for.
Fair.
You're
So
basically singing an opera asking me to do that for the last couple of turns.
I am going to use this tile.
Wow.
I'm going to use this tile to flip any one tile.
That's not right.
I will go ahead and flip my fire. And then I will take said fire, and I can do anything but that. Oh, that feels good. Not
Yeah?
gonna lie, that feels really, really, really good.
You like that, huh?
I do, a lot. I mean, harvesting makes sense, although I did kind of lose one on that. A mask in 3 movement and then score them seems pretty good. But again, I'm gonna harvest, so I don't need to worry about the harvest so much. So really it comes down to this or this, and this is just better. And having the mask action I think is all right. The question is, do I want to harvest twice and add a boat? No, we want to do that. So we are going to go ahead and mask first. So looking at what's out there, I mean, I could do that. That's pretty much going to be safe no matter what. So I think we will mystery meet it. And that is here. So I think we will go ahead and play...
Ooh, 3 of a kind?
3 different.
Oh, 3 different, okay.
Not as exciting. Would have been a point more, but there's 2 masks there. Done. And now 3 steps. That's definitely going to happen. So here you go. So there's 1. And 2, we'll go ahead and high five. And 3,
This is just not necessary.
That didn't go
Didn't
that great for you, huh?
It's not really necessary.
Well, it depends on what you mean by necessary.
I don't think it's
that's
right.
me.
I don't think it's
That's,
right.
that. Oh no, sorry, it's not me. Apologize. That will come back here, and we will go there. I already have the 5, actually. That doesn't make sense to do that yet. But it does make sense to do this one. Oh, it's the middle of an action. It's an action tile, or not the middle of an action. It's a different action, so I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have full clarity on that, but it makes sense to me that you would be able to do it.
A
Right?
moment,
I
just
think
to make
that's
sure.
right. I think that's right.
I feel like that. Except during an action, you cannot move a warrior, perform a transfer to move it back home. Right, and then, right, move it again. Yeah, I think so. At any time except during the middle of an action.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's legit.
I think it makes sense because these are separated. They're separate actions.
They're individual
basically,
actions
right?
on the
Yeah.
same tile, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, warrior.
Looks right.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. So that sounds like a 3. There. So if y'all will look down for a moment. That is what we got there. Okay. All right. That's me. That was a. Oh no, warrior. Sorry, it's not me. So now it's 1, 2 to 1, using that as well. So 1, no. 2, no. 3 on the warrior.
Yep.
Ritual's coming. Done. That is me for real now.
And then you're trading, right?
I am trading, but I don't know what
These are used.
to take. So picking up my masks and trying to double mask seems
Not terrible.
not terrible.
I mean, that definitely. But you're already almost halfway up your mask track, right?
Correct. The ones that let you trade stuff to pull up anything
Have a good one,
seem
Bukan.
really good.
Yes.
But I have lost a few harvesters from the last time.
so weird.
The
How did-
last year.
What happened?
My longhouse. Maybe there was smallpox and I didn't
Yeah,
notice.
could be that.
Yeah. So
Could be.
it feels like banking on gathering
Yeah.
and converting resources is maybe not where I'm at in the cycle right now. Yeah, so there's that. On the other hand, I clearly need to do a lot of rituals, have a lot of things that need to go.
Yeah.
So I could push my ritual up 15 points
Love it.
next turn. And that's, that's my stinker.
Yep.
So that feels like locally what I need to do right now.
Yeah.
Because I clearly need, it's just next year is a rebuilding year. before things happen. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So that's 2
Seems reasonable.
and 2 and pumpkin.
And then one of the either bean or corn, right?
Yeah.
The corn's undefended. You have access to a bean already.
For
Yeah.
a little while.
Definitely won't continue to be the case, but
But I'm just saying he currently has it. So
Yeah.
what he does here telegraphs kind of a little. So he spent a bean.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that gets me this tile,
Yep.
which is
Whenever you ritual.
2 trade points
Okay.
and 2 ritual points.
Hold on. 2 trade for blue.
Yep.
It's a party at 5 there. And what was it?
2 ritual.
2 ritual. There we go.
Okay.
And back to 1.
So, I
Had a chance to cheat.
really, really don't want to do this, but I'm actually going to throw a point away. So,
Oh, so swap in 2
Yeah.
tiles. The location. Okay.
I'm going to move this up here. I'm going to move this here.
Okay, so you threw away your 1 point.
Yep.
Swappy swap.
I'm then going to spend this before my action to make 2 moves. I'll just simply do those 2 things.
Oh, holy banana pants.
Wow. Hold on.
then-
Hold on. Can you pause for a
Yeah,
moment?
I'll pause.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Come on.
Like, I can't even count that high. I'm a Marine, so we're limited. But that's a really big number in the longhouse.
Yeah.
That is a really long house.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
So-
take that, James. Wow.
Yeah.
So that was your 2 move before you actually take
Yeah.
an action.
Then we're going to go
not
ahead
necessary.
and go ahead and grab
Hunt?
some beef.
It looks like
4 beavers, I think.
4 sustainably
Yep.
acquired beavers.
Yep.
And then because your movement's not good enough yet, let's go ahead and do
One
more.
One more move.
Thanks, Derek. Yeah, if y'all are enjoying the stream, certainly appreciate a thumb.
I'll go ahead and
Subscription.
go here.
Oh, that was.
Wow, James, that was dirty. Do me a favor, because we're using these tiles, instead of flipping them over, just tap them.
Okay.
Yeah, turn it sideways. Yeah, so like I know those are
Yeah,
used. And same with you, James, if you would, please. Thank you, sir. Right, so I don't have much of an option. I will harvest, but it was a good year. That'll be bean first. A moment. Now we will. That'll be bean, 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 pumpkin, corn. Bean, bean, bean. Pumpkin, corn. You could just call me Mr. Bean. Nah, Rowan's way funnier. Way funnier. It was a good harvest.
Well done.
Thank you. That's me.
Would you like to take turn order?
I would, but also I would like permission to have retroactively traded this.
Instead of a bean?
No, for 1 point.
Oh,
As
Oh,
that's
yeah,
that's
sure.
trade
Yeah,
action.
turning
So trade-
in.
trade
yeah.
point goes up by 1,
trade
basically.
point
One more trade point.
for blue because he likes.
I want to
milk
pull the
party.
bottom up,
There we go.
and then I will take turn order.
All right.
Thank you for that.
So adjust turn order. I am first,
yes, you are.
and you are second,
Yes, I am.
and James
is not.
is not here. I'm just going to go ahead and take that so I don't forget. And so y'all can see
Bump
what
down.
it is.
Get rid of those pesky rituals.
Fish, turn beavers into pelts, and add a boot.
Fish, tributes, and pelts. But that's not what I want. So I will, and that's going to continue to let me do the military action.
It's funny how everything is right in front of you as far as what your actions are, right? Yet
I don't love the idea.
you can have that happen, right? And not see it, even though it's right there. And I'm not dogging on
I
you,
mean,
Mike.
he
I mean,
saw
I
it.
think that should be an achievement.
He saw
Like,
it.
I flipped them all. I had rituals, all rituals. Like, that's got to be something,
Yeah.
right?
It's mildly tempting for me to trade this in.
Oh, you're fine. So here, for me, I took this. I don't need a lot of masks at this point. I don't think. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. So I will upgrade that, and that will be my row. James, you may shuffle, please, sir. And Ken, now, please.
All right, I'm going to trade out my fish and military
Okay.
for a beavers into pelts harvest military.
Beavers into pelt harvest military.
That's that guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Left to right, sir.
Okay, I will do that in a moment. And for you, fishing, trade, and then military. Oh,
That's not awful.
Wouldn't have minded that had that popped out for me.
That's not
Would have been interested in that.
awful.
middle, left, right.
Okay.
And you said left to right for me. Okay.
That's not awful.
Oh, God.
That's not awful.
What, that one that just came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do I get rid of? I can't get rid of my big move. Mask.
And you wouldn't have a mask action.
It's like my money. There's another one in here, but I'm a mask.
Although on the other hand, your mask is really far.
Right.
It is, right? Like, that's your
Don't
furthest
need
one.
mask
So,
right now.
As much, yeah.
I could pick up another mask next year.
yeah. And, I mean, there is already one out there, and depending on how things play out, in the interest of various folks. Yep. By the way, James, you have officially incurred the wrath of Ken.
What?
Oh, did I add it to the... Oh, God, I just screwed up. Thank you, Alyssa.
Yeah.
I think fishing and trading is my thing. And I think I'm willing to take a year off the mask, even though it really hurts.
At least it's the basic one.
Or the fire. Or the fire. The mask or the fire.
The interesting thing here is...
Like, fire is not going to do me much good.
Exactly, because
right.
the way your board is right now.
Yep.
I mean... Whoa!
Wow.
Snuffed out your flame.
Will you shuffle me, please?
You got it.
That's not terrible.
Is this your 6?
Yeah, it is.
Left to right.
Oh boy. Untap. An ultimate turn. Or round, as
Yep.
it were. This is nice. I like going first. I
It's
should
not
do this
bad.
more. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here, right? The heck am I trying to do? Right. I think I want a ritual.
A lot of options, even if you want a ritual.
I mean, the funny thing is, I could fire the ritual, right? So
You could. You could go ritual.
I could. Unlikely to happen. That feels a bit heavy on the
James,
ritual.
would you like a ritual this turn?
He might not. He might not. All right. So. I think I got to do the top row, right? I think. Like, just because get beavers, turn beavers into pelts seems like a good idea. So I got to do that before I do that. But the problem with that is the trade action. I can at least turn it into a fish and get a level 1. And a mat. Oh, and your mask come back in your hand. Right. So I think I do that. I think so. Because I can wait on the ritual for right now. So do I turn? No. I will go there. So let's go ahead and look at this first. So not a lot of movement going on here. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. 4
Looks
beavers.
correct.
Okay, got it. So there are my 4 sustainably sourced beavers. Let's take a look at the masks now. Yep, thanks for catching that. I appreciate it. Oh, and if we could. Yeah, I think I will go ahead and take that one, which then gives us 4 different right there. So the 4 different will go right there to get 4 mask. So here, from 9 to 13. Wasn't even trying to do masks, really. And then we're looking at a trade action. And the trade, so I have 1 pelt. I only have 1 boat. So then this will be a fish
Okay.
and that.
Okay.
Okay, but I have to go ahead and see if
See if you
we
get
suffer any
smallpox.
more smallpox. Yay!
No smallpox.
No smallpox. So, progress tile. What are we looking for? This would just give me a point on ritual whenever I ritual. But honestly, look, I am hurting on fish, aren't I? In every round, I can guarantee myself 1 fish if I forego the canoe. It's that or that one. Sorry, this
Are
is...
all of these supposed to be turned over for me? Are they all supposed to be rituals?
Did you do those last turn?
I feel like I did this one, right? Because I got all those pelts.
You did.
What were the other ones you did?
Well, I know I swapped those 2. These are all down here.
Yeah, those should all be rituals. The
I
bottom
think these
row.
are all rituals, right?
Yep, they are.
Sorry, everybody.
I believe so. Peanut Gallery can roll it back.
Yeah.
Doing stuff in a different order, I think, is the direction we'll go. I'm going to regret not getting that fish. Watch. So, that is...
Don't forget to get your track points.
Thank you. So that is 1 trade, and that is 1 ritual. Done. That's me.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go here.
All right, mask 3 move trade.
So I'll go ahead and take that guy there. And that'll let me play 2 pair
For 3
for
points?
3
Yeah.
points.
3 mask.
3 for red. Got it.
And then I will take 3 steps. Sometimes you have maybe too many steps.
Said
I
no
will
one ever until this
go-
moment.
To the outer edge where the corn is.
So coming
One.
so 1,
1,
2.
2. Yep. And then
You're just gonna stand and guard it.
yeah.
Going for territory control points?
Yeah, it could be for ritual action. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll forego my last
Or military,
movement.
I guess.
I'm just gonna chill.
Okay.
And then I can trade. Got 3 boats in the water, so I can trade 3 of these guys.
Would you like to flip it, or do you want? Since you're trading,
Oh yeah, go ahead and flip it. You got it.
smallpox happens.
Oh, poxed it up.
You did. A pox upon your house.
I will lose this hunter right here.
Okay.
And these will turn into fish, I think. I actually don't think it matters.
Because you're... Go ahead.
Right, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 3 of those, and 2 of those, and 1 of those.
And then are you using your tile, I take it?
I am going to use my tile.
Just tap it.
That'll let me take this one.
Up to 5.
Yep.
Okay.
And so these are spent.
And you get 3 and 3.
So and I get 3 trade.
3 trade for red. 1, 2, 3.
And then I get 3 on my highest.
Which would be masks.
Yep.
1, 2, and 3. Done.
Yep. And then this one says, once per turn I can...
oh my god.
1 to 5 different.
Yep. Do you wish to?
Not right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And player 3 will no longer be player 3. Back to 1. Don't think that matters. 3 movements, awfully tempting. But I also really need to harvest again. That doesn't help or hurt that in any way. So I think we will go ahead and harvest, move, and beavers to pelts. The order in which I do this, I don't think matters. It's not going to impact anything. Unless I have one thing that, like if I could move something to be able to take over a spot, which that's protected, those would nullify. That doesn't do any. So there's no point in me doing it out of order. So I'll go ahead. So corn, 3 beans, and a pumpkin again.
Yep.
So there.
It's a very healthy harvest.
Right. Balanced, nutritional. Then a move, and I will turn these in just so I don't forget into 4 pelts.
Makes good sense.
Okay. So the movement, I think the obvious thing is just a... You have 5 move, 1 to keep. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, I'm going to go here. Use the Sacred Fire to go here. So that's beavers into pelts. I'll get 4 pelts. Then it's a harvest.
3 corn, a pumpkin, and a bean.
3 corn, a pumpkin, and a bean. And then military action. So I get the 3 warrior, 3 hunter.
Yep.
The 3 canoe, and the 5 gatherer.
There we go.
Thank you.
Okay, well done. Maximizing that bad boy.
Turtle power.
Yep. All right.
Heroes and a half shell, right? So... and then I score 4 on the military track, it looks like to me.
1, 2, 3, checks out.
Yep.
Alyssa's commenting on how bad the football game is tonight.
Oh.
Ravens had a 12-play, 22-yard drive. I don't even know how that's possible. That's a lot of penalties, I think.
Who are the Ravens playing?
Who cares? No, I don't know. Who is it, Alyssa? Thursday night games, by the way, have been abysmal the
Yeah.
entire season.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna ritual.
Yeah.
All right, and that looks like
two.
a 2.
2.
2 ritual.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you
Yeah.
have the special one that doesn't. Don't you have the special one that lets you get the
I
highest
do,
instead of
but
the?
it's
might
just
wanna wait.
once, which
Wait
I-
until.
Look at you.
forgot.
Look at you knowing
when
stuff.
I took it, though.
Yeah.
Kind of regrets,
Uh,
but it's all right.
so for my third action, I could go second, or I could move some stuff, or I could ritual, or I could harvest again. I'm not sure, so I'll do that. Done. Ken. Can
Yes.
you choose you in a ritual?
Well, I mean, I might. Oh. Yeah. Doesn't really matter, does it?
As long as you
Yeah,
don't
I'll,
cheat.
I'll do that.
Good man.
So, because that way you guys won't know what I choose to do for my ritual.
Fair.
Secrets.
Okay. James?
Me again?
Yeah.
All right, ritual. Let's bring back the warriors.
I don't know what you even need those for.
Well, we'll see. And this time, I will use this to get 4.
4 on the ritual track.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, and 4. I believe that was on 10. You still have your 3 moved, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
And.
Back to me. So obviously it's going to be some fire action.
Yep. Fire. Hate to use that on a ritual, man.
I'm not.
Yeah.
One, 2, 3. So I only have 3 for that. There. So it's going to be on one of those two. The question is, do I want to harvest? I think I might. I think I do. So I'm going to... I have all those. The one move doesn't matter. It does.
That good?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. If I knew what anything did.
I'm gonna go here with my fire. So harvest, canoe, and a move. So the canoe, I'll go ahead and kind of hang out in
Yeah.
that road.
We're all friends here in the Great Lakes.
The move is going to be there. And then the harvest is going to be, again, 3 beans,
Food.
a pumpkin, and a corn. So I need 3 beans and a corn, please.
3 beans. 1 corn.
That's me.
It's a balanced meal for you there.
Oh.
Okay, ritual for me. So,
Put 2 things out. Your choice.
yeah. So I am allowed to recall things to home, but I don't think I really want to. So I'm gonna call.
You don't want to bring this guy back.
No,
Damage hasn't been done?
no. I mean,
Okay.
he's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. I've got 2 moves. So I'm going to go ahead and move that guy over here to prepare for what looks like maybe a storm of hatchets.
2 moves. So
Yep.
that's 1 and
Yep.
2.
And then I will spend 1 of each kind of resource. And I will take 5 points on the ritual track, please.
Checks out. 5 to 11.
And because of the way I did my ritual, I scored 1 point there, so it's a total of 12.
What?
I did this.
Thank you.
And so
Yeah.
one of those, and that's that.
Yeah, one of those, and then
Okay. And bring it home, James.
Remind me what this one does. The flag counts for 2.
the flag counts for 2, and you win ties.
And you would have to be the French. The British are already taken. You would have to ally with the...
That still seems fine.
Yeah, French are pretty good.
That still seems fine.
You win that, you win that,
And I
you win that. Yep.
Yep.
So it'd be
4 points.
4 points as it is right now, yes.
Yep.
So let's do that. So let's do the move.
3 move, okay.
Now, if I can get a 4th hunter, that's worth, what are they, 2 points is what the 4s are worth?
2 on a track, yeah. I mean, you can.
I can.
I mean, honestly,
And if I do it, oh no, it's not here though, right? Like if I do it here,
yes,
which is really my only choice,
pretty much.
I'm not getting an extra territory point.
You are not, correct, because it's French already, right? Yep.
And if I come in here, I would get the territory point, but the gatherer doesn't do me any good unless I can get 2 gatherers, and I can't with
To
only
be
3
clear,
moves.
you could get a 3rd if you wanted to take over this. You could. It would be, again, I'm just trying to save time. I'm not anti
Yes.
anything, but here. 1 and fights him, they die, right?
Yeah.
And then 2, 3, and you take over that.
Mm-hmm.
This, you already win with that, but you take mine out. So
Right, but I don't have a guard.
you don't, right? So it's kind of a wash.
It's
in that
kind of a
regard.
wash.
But it also
So
you
is
could
it
thumb
better
your
to
nose.
get
Yeah.
2 points on a random track than 1 point in fighting? Probably, even though fighting is the bottom. So that feels
Yeah.
like the thing to do. Is high 5,
1,
2, and then 3 if I come in here,
you would win that for yes, correct. Yep.
or though I win that with the tie, because you don't get that unless you flip.
Fair. You're
That's
right.
right. Yep.
You're right. Yep.
Yep.
So
So you're already winning that.
and
I would like to point out that if you put it here, you would win that.
I
He's
win it
already
already
winning.
because of
He's already
ties.
winning.
Because ties, right? Yep. You're good call.
So maybe I just come in here for the flexibility
To
of
come this way
That
later.
makes sense.
Yeah.
in
Sure.
the future.
And
Okay.
here, my guy will just. He's not.
So
3
that was the
moves.
move. So now 4 fish,
Yep.
please. 4 fish. Then I have to trade because I'm short a vegetable for the whole plan. So I might as well trade all 3 fish for, I don't know, a couple beans
Makes sense.
and a corn.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
No smallpox for you.
All right. So that was that. Now I will pick up this tile.
Okay.
That was necessary for the strategy,
Right.
which costs the 3, the 3,
And one of
and the
each.
1, 1, 1. So
And what
that's
do you
going to
move?
give me 3 fighting. Oh, sorry.
Hold on. 3
trade
for blue to 9. Okay.
and 3 fighting.
And here for blue is 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Then I have turtle fight.
Yes.
So I want to sub this guy out so
Yep.
I can get the 4 turtle, 1, 2, 3, 4
Yep.
Yep.
For the hunter.
for the hunter. I already have the 4 for the canoe, so that's it for that.
Okay.
But now the fun part is fighting is when I get my 2s
All.
And
It's
my-
basically all,
and
right?
my flag.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
5.
Yep.
Because you have 2
Yep.
on that, so it's
5
for
for
fighting.
fighting.
Well, I mean, checks out.
There you go.
Heck of a turn.
Yeah, that was a
Nicely
nice.
done.
And that's your
finish.
last. So that's it.
And that's it.
Going into our last round, turn order. You will be first. So everybody, pass. Okay. Untap your tiles.
Flip,
Flip these.
flip,
Yep.
flip.
Top row.
Knock them down, slide them down, flip them over, refresh. All right, why did I do this? Why did I want to go first? Was there
Why
something
did
out? Yeah, did I really see a tile
Whoa.
that I liked?
That was aggressive. There we go, that looks better. Remember, this is you're going to use this once, theoretically, this turn, and that's it.
Right,
Correct.
so I should look at where I'm low. So I'm going to need to trade. But that's fine, because I'll have one trade,
Yep.
but maybe I want to pick up a second trade for the option. I don't know. I'm also low in ritual, which I don't really want to do. But I guess I should. So I'm probably going to ritual, get some beaver, and trade. And I need to have a turtle. I need to fight so I can take advantage of this.
This one turn, can I take like 12 actions?
Yeah.
Just this one
Yep.
turn. I feel you. I'm in the same boat. Like, I'm trying to figure out. Plus, I already know what these are and how this is going to manipulate this.
So this lets me fight. So
It does.
that is the only one that, well, this does, but I don't need the 2 boats.
Right.
Yep.
So that is leader in the clubhouse.
That is leader in the clubhouse. And, but the trade, but there's a fight and a ritual. So I either need the trade or I need the fight. Trade or fight. How are these things going to shuffle? Who knows? I'm
Well,
gonna
only
have
you knows
fight.
what's under your turtle tiles.
I've got
right?
a couple.
So-
I got a couple options for fighting. Yeah, I can't think that far ahead. So it feels like fighting is less important than trading. So I guess I have to take the trade, which I'm really not excited about, but it feels strategically the way to go. So
Okay.
I'm going to take the trade,
Okay.
and I'm going to get rid of this beaver because I don't have any beavers.
Yep.
Okay. Then here,
And you are last, so you can
Canoe
shuffle
trade
for me.
canoe.
or in my case, it could be canoe trade, right? Or the other way around, whatever.
Yes.
All right, so I need, looking at my tracks, ritual is going to be 1, trade's going to be 1.
Left to right.
So I don't need to harvest, so the harvest is going to go away. I know that for sure. I need a trade. Notice I have no trades, but I do have the thing that allows me to flip. So I need to look at these. Trade, mask, and hunt, potentially. Or trade and move, or move and trade. Trade, mask, and hunt seems, honestly, unnecessary. So I think a trade makes the most sense for me. And that would allow me to get 4 things traded. I have a ton of stuff,
Yeah, you do.
so I think this is what makes the most sense.
Yeah.
So I think, I realize nobody's going to take it, and
Well, it doesn't matter whether somebody else is going to take it or not. It just matters what you need.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I think we go there.
Yeah.
So here we go. Go ahead. And the last tile is canoe, then fish, then get some beavers.
Definitely not that.
Okay.
Left to right.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love it if there were a trade tile out there, and there just isn't, which means I'm not going to trade this round.
So left to right, you said. There, there, and there.
So I think the best thing I can do is maximize the other stuff, and weirdly enough, that probably means 2 canoe, 2 step, and military.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no tiles to replace it with. It's a cow's opinion.
Yep. And this is just flat out doesn't matter. I'm taking that one out. You guys can shuffle those up at your leisure.
This is tense. I'm not gonna lie. Like turn order obviously doesn't matter, so we really only get 3 actions.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't talk about how scoring works in this, I guess, other than, well, I guess I did, because it's just those things. Yeah, it's literally just that. Okay, so I'm going to need a moment to think, so pause.
Is it my turn?
It is.
Wow, I need a moment to think too.
Yeah, so
This
you're good.
doesn't align
I do not need a moment to think.
in the way that I want.
My game is played out. I know exactly what I
That's nice.
have to do, essentially.
I need...
So here, these 3
Yeah.
and this, I'm going to kind of throw off like this because I have the flip one.
Okay.
So I'm just doing
Trying to
this
figure
so
out
I
which
can
one to
see
flip.
them. Yeah.
I vote for the purple one. Pretty key decision for you, though, obviously.
Oh, it's huge, right?
One, 2... Why was I doing that?
Great question. Do not know. And what's interesting is, like,
need
as
to
much as
get
it seems weird to ritual on the last
resources.
round, it could actually be useful for you.
Uh-huh. The problem is the alignment of these
Sure.
things, right?
All right. Yeah. So I have to ritual and I have to trade. So, I mean, it's forced, and I have to get resources to be able to trade. So doesn't that...
So it's either
Make it
down that
obvious?
or down that, right?
Right, and this doesn't give me any resources. So I would have to go here to get resources, and that's not enough resources. So I have to fish
First.
But you can't do that in ritual.
and
Oh, sure you can.
I
You
can't
can,
trade.
Here,
Or-
this. You can swap this with a
Oh
ritual.
my
Yeah.
goodness, the
For a point.
swap.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
freaking kidding me?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, now what do I do? So we're saying this,
Then this, and then, or, you know,
Right.
you said those 2, and
These
then
3?
swap this out,
Yeah.
with the ritual or whatever. Yeah, you can.
Looks good.
I have to ritual. And I have to trade. My trades are that, and that. But it has to go in a straight line. If I don't want to use that, and that extra point might matter. This is, how the hell do I do this? So I
Very,
could
very
flip.
carefully.
1, 2,
So if I swap those,
1, 2,
come on, Edward, figure it out.
and where's 3? That's not 3. third is, but maybe that's okay. All right, so it feels like that, and I can do that at any time, right? So I can
Sure.
just work my way down and decide later what the last thing is.
However you want to do this.
But I know I need fish. I know I need to trade, and I know I need to yeah, perfect. Hooray, they threw that in the game. So let's go ahead and just start with the fish.
4 fish.
4 fish.
4 delicious Lake Michigan fish.
Such great fish. And now, turtle. Can I get to 4 gatherers? I don't think so. I can get to 3. Oh, wait a minute. 1. I can. 4 gatherers. Well, that's what to do then. Get the 4 gatherers for the turtle. Yeah. All right, so 1. 2.
High five.
Yep.
3. And then, oh, this is getting me less ritual points, though. Well, maybe you'll kill them all for it, but then they'll be in the longhouse. Oh, dude. Did we do this right?
Yeah, it's okay. You can still get 2 ritual points, right?
Well, 4. But
Oh,
yeah,
right.
That's okay.
Yeah, you'll be
4
all right.
is almost 5.
It'll be all right.
All right, so I did my move.
Yep. Now you got a million
Now I
military
do
points.
the turtle.
Yep.
So I have 4 gatherers,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So who knows what that is? Who cares what that is? I will spend my fighty points for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again.
Yep.
5 fighty points for blue, please.
Okay. 20.
And that's it.
Edward, it is your turn.
I know. This is really hard. I apologize.
Shall I pick for you?
Oh, I think I just figured it out.
Sweet. That's what I like to hear.
That will stay like that.
Okay.
These all will stay like that,
Okay.
like they were.
Yep. That
This will
one's flipping
flip over
Yep.
with that,
Yep.
or here.
Yep.
And then I hate it, but those will swap.
Great. And now it's your turn.
It is. I hope I'm doing this in the right order. We'll see. That's tempting, but that has to happen for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and start here. 2 canoes. I guess I'll do this in the right order. Canoe, trade, and then a canoe. So I can do 3 trades, and then I won't do that. Yeah, and then there. So I can do 3 trades. So I need
Do 3 trades.
for the
He's
trade
not
action.
using his out of order card
Right.
to get the
I
4th
see.
trade.
That makes sense.
So that is that, that is that, and that is that. And I need 2 fish.
Yep.
So that'll be 2 beans. We do have to risk it. And what do we got?
Death.
Little
right.
smallpox.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's okay. He's sick.
Yep.
But he'll be fine. So that is 2. I already turned in. That was the 2 fish. And then that. Okay?
Yep.
That will be that progress tile, which will be 2 trade and 2 ritual.
Yep. Looks good.
So 2 trade and 2 ritual.
And you may
That's
at
what
some
you
point
needed.
do a little swappy.
We may. So there's that. And then I put my other canoe out, and that's done.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's start here. Go ahead and put canoes in the
Remaining.
the remaining Great Lakes. Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
You, man of your word, I would like to point out. Okay.
I'm gonna take 2 movements. I'll put this guy up there.
Here.
Yep. I'll go ahead and tap this.
What is that?
2 more movement.
Okay.
Yep. And put that guy there, and that guy there.
Okay.
And then I have a military action. So
Any turtles to claim?
yeah, turtles. Yeah, so I have a five boat
Checks out.
and 4 gatherer.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay,
Bring your boats up next to those, if you would, please. They're off screen.
boats. Oh, I see.
There you go. Good. Okay. And then you get your military points.
I do indeed. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 military points.
1, 2, 3, 4. Checks out.
Yep.
5. 15. All right, that's 3. Back to 1.
Gather
And then trade.
and then trade.
So you're getting.
corn, 3 pumps.
Delicious
that's it?
pumpkins.
What'd you say? Hippo crush. Literally. A pumpkin.
Yummy.
Twitter. And the zoo handler, the keeper, like put their hands dangerously close to the hippo's
All
mouth.
right,
Like,
so if we do
horribly dangerous animal.
1, 2,
Yeah.
Not cute and cuddly.
No.
and
It's-
then 1, 2, then that's all of that, which leaves me like that's not so helpful. So it feels like, I mean, I'm about to get a bunch of trade points, which means my mask is going to be the new problem. So it feels, and I could mask, but then rituals would be my problem.
Yep.
So I think I probably want a ritual or mask. Who knows? I can swap.
Sure.
But the point is, if I took a tech that lets me get points in whatever,
Then it doesn't matter.
then it doesn't matter as much. I can
Right.
tweak. Unfortunately, both of them boost
The highest.
the highest,
Yep.
which is a throwaway.
Yeah.
And how many more points am I really going to have left after I do this trade? So let's eyeball this one. So that would be basically that, which then I could turn 1, 2, 3. I could get the 4 points for that.
You could do trades, remember.
Yeah, that's the 4 points for the trade. That's the
okay.
tile with a conversion.
Okay, and
And then I would have 2 left, which is no fish, but I can turn that fish into something else. So that would be 2 points into another thing. So
Yep.
then that's 5 points in trade, which is good. It's a throwaway point, which is bad, but then it's 2 points in either mask or thingy, which is good. So I think I don't have enough resources to make the better one count. So that's what I think I'm going to get. So I need to trade. So that needs to become leather. This needs to become bean. I need to kill somebody off. Fantastic.
you are ritualing, right? So probably not them.
Not them. So probably him.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I have the most.
Oh,
So
right,
I
fair
just
enough.
pump
Good,
them.
good
Yeah,
call.
other than that.
So here, so you're taking that.
I'm taking that, which was, this was converted to pelt
One trade.
and fish
One here.
and, oh, only 1 veggie. Uh-oh, only 1 veggie. Which means I've only done 1 conversion.
Well, yeah. So you really want another pelt because you need specifically pelts and fish for that.
So I need to turn this into a pelt
Yep.
for this
Yep.
to go with this. So that's 2 trades.
Yep.
And then
You could.
if I turn that into a pelt, I'll get the full 5 on trade.
Right.
Okay.
But you still have to be able to buy the other thing, right?
Yes, but I threw that in. It was 2 fish, and because I converted 1 of them.
But are you thinking you're going to buy this one?
No, I buy the cheap one.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
And that was sort of the trade-off is,
Oh, because you're going to buy 5 trade points.
yes.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so that's 1 in trade
Yep.
Already gave it all. you
and
all
1 in
those
the
things.
max.
Got
Okay,
it.
great.
And then you're going to get 2 on your whatever track you want.
I'll save that to find out
But
what
are
I
you?
need.
If you're going to spend your trade stuff, you got to spend it
I
now.
got to spend right now. So
Yep.
5 trade points. One of each.
5, 215. Done.
And I think that's it. And then I just got to figure out what the last action's going to be. If I ritual, do you mind if I talk through out loud
Sure,
while
go
you
for it.
guys
Yeah.
are
Get in
thinking?
there.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it's your turn.
I know.
So if I ritual, I know I can get the 4 points, which is worth 4 points because they'll become tied. And then I could put 2 points in the other, so that's
Yeah.
6 points.
Yep.
If I ritual, that's 4 points, which is also 4 points, and I can put 2 points in the other one, and that's 6 points. So it feels like either way it's 6 points. And it doesn't matter which.
All right, so I will. That's used, that's used. So I'm going to move, then
Yep.
trade.
Cool.
So the move, as a move, you can recall back, right?
I don't understand the question.
Well, one.
Yes. Yeah, you could do that.
Wait, what?
You can always teleport your guys back home.
Really?
Yeah.
Guards.
Guards specifically, not outposts have to stay.
Guards can always teleport home.
Once they're turned into these, they can
Yeah.
teleport back as well. So
You can teleport.
pretty sure. Check it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I think I'm just doing that. Not terribly exciting, but you know what? That's actually pointless, so never mind. That'll stay there.
Anytime, transfer any outpost back to your home territory and replace it. So that's going out.
it's not that. Yep.
You may transfer your outpost back home, leaving the productive area empty if you wish, but that's an outpost,
Yep.
not a person. Transfer can only be performed this way. You are not allowed to transfer a gatherer or a hunter back home.
Right.
Okay.
But
Can
Wait.
recall
Well, actually, it
outposts.
says warrior or hunter.
Woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
you know what? It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
But you can bring outposts home.
Yeah, it literally doesn't make sense.
But can you bring guards home?
I guess I'm not.
Did you bring that guard home? Because I'm not sure you can do that.
It's moot. So
So
I
leave
can,
them where they are?
I'm not even going to move. So we're
Yeah.
just going to straight up trade.
Cool.
All right. So I have 4 boats out there. So let's see. So I want in a perfect world, I don't need the masks because I'm not taking a mask action.
I should look at these.
Yeah, I would figure out what's going on
That
with
could
those.
give an extra point or two. God damn it.
I hope they're not all military track.
Oh my word.
2 pelts, 2 fish.
How am I going to keep this all...
Where's that? 3 and 2 more.
Oh, I really should have paid attention to this.
I
Okay,
guess.
okay.
Oh God.
And then...
So you're doing
This
this
is
one with your
brutal.
last action?
No, I'm going to
Ritual.
swap out either the mask or
Or the
the
ritual.
depending on the result of the turtles.
Got it. That makes sense.
Oh no, it makes more sense to do it that way. So 2, 2, and 2. That's 2 trades. No pestle, no smallpox for me. And the 2 will be that one.
This one here?
Yep, so it'll be 2 trade and 2
Do military.
military. Done.
There you go.
That was the trade, and then, so all of the things that are off my board are gone. And then turning them in, I could turn these into a pelt and a fish. I could have also done that. So, yeah. So that will be 5 there, and it could be any mix, correct? Or is it only on one?
For trading?
Yeah. No, for cashing them in. 1 to 5 on...
They all have to be different.
They all have to be different.
No,
all different.
They were. No, I'm saying
Yeah.
the tracks. Is it all
It's-
5 on
Oh,
one
it's
track?
specifically trade.
Yeah, it's trade. It's marked.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. that works.
Yeah,
1,
you'd be
2,
trading.
3, 4, and 5.
Yep.
And that is all my resources.
There you go.
Nice. Turn them into points.
So I guess that's efficient. All right, that's it. Done. Ken.
So I think the right thing to do is this. So I'm going to go here, get some fish.
Could I interest you in 5 fish?
Yep.
And some mask action?
Some mask action. So I will go ahead and take our top friend off the discard here.
Ooh.
And I will play 3 of a kind.
That is...
For 3?
red,
For 3.
That's 3 mask for red.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I get 2 movement, which... I think I'm good. I pass.
Okay. Back to 1. What are you doing? Masks or ritual?
Ritual. So
Okay.
we have to pay the swap, and it don't matter what I swap it with. We do the ritual. We bring home the thing I've got the mostest in,
4
so I can score 4
to 16.
ritual.
I too, I've already done all my stuff.
Oh, sorry, and presumably it matters. At some point I'll get the 2 point. Oh, right, no. What's the lowest? I have 1 more action. Give me a moment to think. Damn it.
No, your action is here,
All right.
technically.
All right,
but
so I'm going to put 2 points in something.
Okay, that's
Just
fine.
Give me a moment.
So my ritual is I put 2 out, so that is there and there.
Yep, looks like
Get
2.
me 2 on ritual. Done?
So it's me?
Yeah.
Okay. Harvest. Beans, pumpkin, 3 corn.
Okay.
Can you split this between 2 tracks?
I will look. I don't think so.
Great question. I'm pretty sure it's just 1, but
That's a level 1, right?
Level 1.
might as well go ahead and answer that question for the level 3 one, too. 'Cause
1 track on the
Okay.
1. 1 track.
yeah, that was my assumption.
Yep.
So
same.
I'll need to math that by looking at the turtle tracks
Sure.
eventually.
See, I've already laid mine out as to
Yeah.
where they go.
Smart.
I did this like an hour ago.
I remember resources mean absolutely nothing at the end, right?
Literally,
So I
it's
am
this.
not going to take this final action,
Okay.
right? But I will do the military action again. So that is going to let me get. Go ahead, and give me 5 points because 5 areas.
A military.
Yep. And then I get the 2 turtles I don't have.
Which are?
4 canoe and 3 gatherer.
That's impressive. So you got them all.
I got them all. Got to catch them all, Edward. Got
Yep.
to catch them all.
I'm going to take the 2 in ritual.
4, 5.
Okay. I have this. I can swap any 1. I will drop that 1. Oops. And gain that 1.
Nicely balanced.
So
And
I'll go ahead and do this.
Which is 5
Yep. And
On what
take
track?
5 points on the ritual track.
to 17.
Yep.
All right, that's the end of the game.
Hoo-ha!
Now we bump up the tracks. So that's 4 masks for me.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5
It is. Hold on. 2 ritual. And then this is trade or military. And I guess I go there. I'm done. That's all my scoring.
Plus 3 military.
3 military for red. 1, 2, 3.
Plus 6 ritual.
That seems good. 6 is 23.
And then plus 6 trade.
6 is the 14. You and I did as well as we could as far as balancing just about.
Tried.
I will say, right?
Tried.
So, okay. James?
5 mask,
Blue is 5 masks.
1 fighting,
Okay.
4 ritual, and 1 trade.
Nice.
Well, you one up us.
Yeah.
So,
But I don't have the 1 point.
None of us do.
Okay.
So you're going to win by 1.
So here you go. I lose. So I'm at 17, 31 points. Leader in the clubhouse. for
Strong
a
work.
moment. Okay. Then Ken, 23 and 14 is 37.
And what did you say you had?
I had 31.
31.
31,
Okay.
37. And then your winner, James, and last time on stream, is 38. No, I'm just
Look at all my dead people.
saying. 38. There's your winner. All right.
Yes. Did anybody vote for me? I didn't vote for me. That's a shock.
Huh. All right. So I have thoughts, but I will start on that side of the table first. Once everyone makes sure that
Yeah,
they copy their scores down.
Forever,
All right.
right.
Got it.
All right. So start with you. You're first up.
So we played this at 4 players the last time. Now we just played it at 3. I'm firmly convinced that 3 players is better than 4.
Agreed.
Not only is it just faster, which is important, because
Saying something considering we've been streaming for 3.5 hours.
4 players was a little too long.
Yeah. The problem with the 4-player that we found, one play of it, keep that in mind, was it's interesting, but it's just too slow.
Well, the other thing about 4-player that I think you necessarily only fight with your 2 neighbors.
Yeah.
And in 3-player, everybody's neighbors with everybody else.
Yeah.
So that takes that off the table.
Yep.
And it's more, I think it's a little, the interaction's a little cleaner that way.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not really, the way the mechanisms in the game work, it's not really like anything else I've ever played.
I agree with that. Yep.
I love this.
Yeah, the action mechanism here is really clever. I agree.
The decisions are really hard. You know,
Yeah.
and you know,
What you upgrade, where it ends up, what you did last turn, it all
the
guides
the like hardcore strategy person in me is like, oh, what if I could choose the order of these? But that would be so AP inducing. I think it's brilliant that it's randomized. Because you could sit there.
Oh,
and
the
think
choosing of,
Yeah.
this one goes in the left, this one goes in the middle, this goes to the
exactly.
right. Wow.
I think it's much smarter to do it the other way because
I
I think
agree.
we'd all just be sitting here looking at our boards for
Hours.
20 minutes at
More
a
so,
time.
right,
Exactly. So, it's one of the. I mean, anytime you have like multiple mini games, some of them are more fun than others. The masks, meh.
The canoes. Hey.
Yeah. Canoes are interesting though because they
allow
impact
trade.
trade.
Yes. Fish is a good resource, can't be taken away from you. And yeah, the more canoes, the more trade you can
Yep.
do. So they're nice backbone for that, but otherwise, yeah, feels
Yep.
like,
Unexciting.
yeah.
Yep.
How about
right.
you, James?
I love the puzzle. I mean, I think I said earlier, it's frustrating that you can't plan ahead, really, with the randomness, and you don't know what tiles you're going to get. And so it's
Yeah.
all sort of, well, what can I do in the moment? That's the best.
Yep.
And it takes a little while to figure that out. I really do like, though, that it's all about bringing up your lowest scores.
Yeah.
You know, it's not so many
Very
games like this
Knizia-esque in
are
that regard.
you know,
You score your lowest,
specialized,
right, yeah.
build your engine, crank your specialization. And here it's like, no, you gotta
You have
keep
to-
pivoting to pull up where you're
I mean,
weakest.
I don't know how much the theme really ties into the game in that regard,
for
but
the
I will
balance.
say the fact that, like, the Native American tribe that,
Right.
that this represents, or tribes, I guess, is kind of being respectful of nature
Yep.
and not specializing. You're not hunting till, it's extinct,
Right.
so to speak.
That's right.
You are balanced. So it represents, hey, you have to
Yep.
you have to balance all aspects of your tribe. So in that regard, I think
Yep.
it fits really, really well.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to have won where I feel I had lost the area control game. I mean, this was huge at the end,
Yep.
and probably was the difference for me in the
Yep.
game. But I went out a little aggressive. I pushed on both of you.
We
you
both pushed
smacked me back, and I was like, okay, well that was the overreach.
I mean, it's not a
corrected.
combat game, and it's take it, be opportunistic. I need to take this now. You're going to take it back later. Whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that works really well.
Yeah.
for me, I love this mechanism. I think this is so good.
Yep.
But God, this game is painfully slow.
Oh, interesting.
It's just and way too AP inducing.
With downtime. I mean, it's slow with downtime.
Yeah.
Right? It's not everybody is, yeah.
I mean, because this game starts out, you have very basic actions, and now you go from basic action to a bunch of actions, and then trying to figure out how to order those actions. And so the game just goes slower as the game goes on, as opposed, which a number of games do, I understand, and let me put it to you this way. The mechanism of the board manipulation is good enough that I'm willing to play this more, even though the AP and the sluggishness of the game really irks me. And it really is a drag. Like, and on another note, look, I've been tired all week, so with that said, but I'm mentally completely spent at this point.
Yeah.
From the puzzle of trying to figure this stuff out. And if you have a bunch of min-maxers, avoid the game. Because I think this game is going to be misery.
Do we know with the
regard.
expansion, you talked about all the things it adds?
Sounds like more actions.
Right.
Yeah,
Do they speed things up, or is it just going to make it more complex, more options?
I don't know.
more
I mean, I don't know. Don't know. I mean, I want to experience it. I want to figure that out. But adding more to this game isn't helpful.
Doesn't seem like a real solution.
Right, because all it's going to do is press more in the direction that I don't want the game to go.
Right.
So how do you all feel about that, though? Like, how does that impact, or does it?
I think at 3 players, it didn't bother me.
Okay. At 4, when we played it, it was just one too.
no
It was
good.
long.
Yeah.
2, I think, could be interesting just from the zero-summedness of the map as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Move a little faster
Sure.
and maybe
Yeah.
just be a little more, head-to-head strategic that way.
I mean, but I
Still get. I mean,
think it's-
this puzzle is great.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do this puzzle.
Yep.
Right, I agree. The only thing is, like I said, the fact that I love when you feel like you're growing and you're getting stronger and you get these better stuff. I mean, that's just the natural progression of things in a lot of games. But here, it's just adding on layer after layer after layer. Like, there's a
You are
limit.
getting stronger.
You are.
Like,
but,
all of us in our last round took these, like, crazy, powerful actions.
Right. I mean, because it's just being able to do so much stuff. But ultimately, you're just doing it for this. And I'm not thinking about what these are. I'm just pushing up tracks to try temple tracks, as Martin Fowler would say, right?
It is really interesting, though, how, like, you get at the midway point in the game, I looked at my stuff and I was like, I'm not going to be able to line those up. Like, well, I'll be lucky,
right?
if I can get those lined up. And look
at that.
neatly all of us lined our tracks up.
Yeah, I mean, this is a credit to, but again, this goes to we're sitting here in the last round,
Yes.
trying to figure out.
Right. That was 15 minutes of silence that led to that achievement.
Right. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But
Does it add up? Does it add up to a great experience?
Is it
I
fun,
see.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, I love the puzzle,
Yep.
but outside of the puzzle, you can't take that out of it.
It's
I
very
understand.
interactive, though, too.
It is.
You have
Like,
to be
you have
paying
the
attention
board.
and thinking about not only what will let me get what I want, but what can I do to thwart. Like, you can start looking at another player's board and saying, like,
What are they likely to do?
what are they likely to do, and how can I slow them down?
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. Which is going to slow the game down further.
I hear
Am
you.
I
man.
wrong?
No, I hear you.
I just, I don't know. Just I love that mechanism.
Yeah.
But if you take that mechanism away, every other aspect of the game is fine. It's there's nothing exciting about anything else in this game, to me.
Right.
But
I
that
mean,
mechanism carries
it's stuff that feels similar to stuff you've done before. Set collection, powers,
Right.
area control,
Right.
resource gathering.
I don't know. I think that's not fair. I mean, all the pieces I think do come together in
Yeah,
a neat
agreed.
balance.
No, and
the
and
fact
I'm
that
just
you have to
saying, I like
balance.
the game.
And I
just-
actually quite like the theme, even though I agree, like,
Yeah.
this doesn't really come across as thematic. And, like,
the masks.
right, like,
yeah.
what are these? There's certain pieces that don't feel super thematic, but I like the theme. It's a period and an area of history that I wish I knew more about.
Yeah, I know very little, right, yeah.
But like
Yeah.
Huron Confederacy stuff is really interesting, I think.
Yep.
So,
And I have zero qualms, oddly, with the randomness in the game. Like the do I get small? The penalty there is minimal. It is a penalty, but it wasn't major for any of us, I don't think. So I have no problem with the masks being a random draw, or you see one of them, and if you
Right.
want to mystery meet it. I actually am really okay with the turtle tiles
Yeah.
being random. Like, it's going to be 1 or 2 track or 1 or 2 points.
Right.
And now you got to manipulate that.
yep.
Honestly, I love the drafting aspect of
Yeah,
this too.
very interesting.
I love that.
Because it makes turn order matter quite
It does a lot. Like, when do I pull that trigger?
And
I
that-
think that's great.
That balance between do I need to do something here or do I need to do something there
Yeah.
is actually a pretty interesting decision point and another point of interactivity.
Yeah.
So, but you're right. I mean, it's
It's sluggish.
it's crunchy.
And I don't think there's anything that fixes it. Or maybe there is in the expansion, I'm saying, but
It's basically probably a minimum of 45 minutes a person, even once you know the game pretty well.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to really try and, like, at least at my processing speed, it's that,
Yeah.
right?
So, I think for me on balance, it's worth it. Like, I'd happily play again. Not right now.
Fair.
So back for the expansion?
Yeah. Like, I'm totally in for that. And again, that mechanism is so good. Like, designers out there, somebody do something with that mechanism. I think that's really, really good, because I know no other game that does that. Like, we were talking about this. Like, you look at Arc Nova does the card, but it's not a cleaner version of this, a less fiddly. It's just the fact that you have to.
I mean, the Civ gets a little closer where you have the same, action tracks and things get stronger, but then you've got the 4 levels of tech. So
Right.
there's a little bit of another dimension
Right,
where
but
things
this,
get better.
you gotta see. Oh, these are gonna flip.
It's so
and
random.
then those, and then I gotta figure out. Depending on how those come out, I gotta figure that out. So that puzzle aspect is just
Right?
delicious.
And if
It's-
you do something in the top row, you're not going to see it for 3
Right.
rounds.
right,
So
unless
you have to
get
decide, like,
something that
this
changes
is
it.
clearly my optimal move for this round,
But
but
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Neat
yeah,
trade-offs.
That mechanism is so good, and yeah,
And you leaned into that, and it obviously didn't hurt you.
Right. Just keep doing the top row.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there was a lot of luck in this victory.
Yeah.
It's really thanks
With
to
the
the French.
military, the French, right.
Yep, I dedicate this win to the French.
Wow.
Vive la France.
All right, so there you go. That is our 3-player Wendake. I'm not gonna say next week, but here soon, while this is still pretty fresh, I think we're gonna want to
Try it out
test
with the expansion.
Expansion, and when we do, we'll stream it. Whether it's a great success or a colossal failure, it doesn't matter. Y'all are gonna see it one way or the other. So, that's it. That's a wrap. What is today? Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
I think that's probably it for the week. There is a chance that I might do a solo stream, but that might be it. If so, tune into the weekly look ahead on Monday for the rest of it. But otherwise, thanks everybody for watching. Like, subscribe. Helps the channel. Costs you nothing. It's 1,300 videos for you to watch if you were so inclined. Requires nothing. So I appreciate your thumb and subscription. And if you want to go a step further, you can go to patreon.com/HCHQ and support the show there, because every little bit helps. Helps keep the lights on, literally. So definitely would appreciate it. I'm Edward.
James.
Ken?
All right. Thanks, y'all, for doing this. Thanks to y'all for watching. See y'all later. Take care. Good job. That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it to come across that I'm like harping, but it just
No, you're right. It
just
drags.
It
It
drags,
drags.
right? But that mechanism is so good. It's
Yep.
so enjoyable. I like it so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that trade-off, right?
Well, so I mean, this may sound weird to you, but I was actually surprised it didn't drag more.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pleasantly surprised, and that's the difference between 3 and 4 player in our limited
Yep.
experience.
Big part of it.
Dragged, but at 4, I would be like, nah, I think I'm all set.
And that we're fresh off it
Yeah.
from a 2 days ago or whatever.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I think it's probably one of those games where there is a you will eventually get to a skill plateau where you'll start playing faster. Like the play is less complicated.
Sure, if you're going to play multiple times
20,
in a
but like-
relatively
but
short period of time,
I think
Not
I think that plateau is probably somewhere like 10, 15, 20 plays.
which the overwhelming majority of
who's
people
who's getting there?
are not going to.
That's right.
exactly.
Who's getting
So,
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.